man. Good evening and welcome, PLW Nation. We got a good one brewing for you tonight. It is bonus wiffle time. Saturday night here at Hideaway Field. We got the ones, 23 and 13, playing the Bombers that are 19 and 17. If I told you that these two teams got swept by their last opponents, you would call me a liar, but that's exactly what happened. The Warbirds took it to the ones in a historic fashion. I believe the Snappers took care of business in Bomberville. This is a big series for both teams. Welcome to Hideaway Field. I'm Trench Pacone, hanging out with my main man, fellow legend, Ethan Wigfield, playing shortstop. Ethan, how you feeling tonight, man? Saturday night wiffle.
Great. Bonus wiffle, can't complain. Cannot complain.
What do you think about the matchup tonight? Each of these teams got swept. Probably a bigger matchup for the 19 and 17 Bombers, who I believe their last two series have taken series losses. This is a big one for them to try to get into that playoff picture. If they got swept, they'd be dropping down.
Yeah, they need to. You know, this playoff picture right now, a lot of teams in there, Snappers, Legends, Cajuns, Sand Vipers, all these guys right now. Pretty much the playoffs has started for these teams. It is neck and neck here in the last couple weeks of the season, pushing into the playoff picture. I think these Bombers really got to do work with the ones. And the ones, you know, they're sitting right now 23 and 13. They got to get these wins to catch up to the Vaders if they want that #1 spot.
Yeah, the Bombers are going to have their work cut out for them. They do have Alex Fernandez in the lineup. Remember, he had a suspension. He wasn't able to come for that last series. But they are missing Hollis and Justin Grenier, two big bats. So Big Al and Lonnell, and I don't even see Big Al quite yet. So it looks like Jake Shirley might be playing in there with Lonnell. So they're missing a couple big bats, as Tom Gannon's going to hook us up with TikTok as we had some technical difficulties, as it is very, very windy here at Hideaway Field. The ones are fully stacked, ready to go. I know they're going to be missing Spencer Barrick game one. He's just getting off the one's private jet. He will be picked up by our PLW limousine at McCarran Airport and brought over to Hideaway Field as soon as possible. I also want to talk about Trevor Bauer.
Yes.
Our PLW medical staff said he tore like a vernacular,
some kind of muscle in his neck. It's a little swollen up. Said his doctor, when he went to his private clinic, they said it was a sprained neck.
Sprained neck, man, yeah. Sleeping wrong could do that to you. The ones and the Bombers, we had to postpone their series a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, because of wind.
Yeah.
How ironic that our makeup day is a windy day. I don't know if it's irony or not. I don't even know what the word means. It worked out for Alanis Morissette. She did real well with it. But we're in a windy game once again here, Hideaway Field, between these two teams.
Yeah, Trench, actually a wind advisory just came into effect as we were approaching Hideaway Field. Got that little ding on your phone there. Saw the dust storms coming in a little bit. So we're in for a wild one. I think we can go ahead and predict to see maybe a couple mercy rules tonight.
Yeah, I was talking to Ryan Chen earlier, and, you know, it's going to be about whose pitcher is staying the longest, and give up the solo home run. That's okay. You just need to get your team back in the dugout, stay in the game, because I think we're going to go through a bunch of different pitchers tonight, and it's going to be who's going to last the longest. And I think the ones have the deeper staff tonight. But between all these pitchers, any of these guys could go 4, 5, 6 innings on a really good focused night. So it should be something special, but we're going to see a lot of fireworks with home runs tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and I think we play a lot into the firework factor with home runs when the wind is blowing. But one thing I don't think we touch on enough is the fact that when the wind's blowing, it is tough for these pitchers to control the ball and throw strikes here in the PLW.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a curveball, slurve ball type of pitcher, it's going to make your ball curve even sooner because the wind's coming at you. I think this actually plays into the hands of Chen and Max, who will be on the mound. They don't have too much horizontal movement, a little bit more vertical up and down. They do have a screwball and whatnot, so I think they're going to be able to control their balls a little bit better. So I think they're going to stay in the game, but expect some solo shots, no doubt. I also don't see Cody shoulder shimmy Schmitty.
Yeah. No Schmidt as of right now. Not sure if he's penciled in on the bottom of the lineup over there. We're going to have to check with the head umpire on that one, but it looks like we're really, no Schmitty.
Yeah, and I want to talk to TikTok real fast. Make sure you get over to Premier League Wiffle. Twitch.tv/Premier Wiffle. Multiple camera angles. You can see it on the grass right there. We have camera angles, instant replay, zoom-ins, all the good stuff. See it on over here as Jay Spur jumps in the box against Max and immediately attacks his body, goes up the middle for a single.
Yeah, Spur here ripped that one right up the middle there for a base hit to start these ones off here in game one.
And here's Adam Couts. Remember, he blew that 19-game hitting streak that he was riding. He's going to have to start all over. I think he had one in game 3, so little baby AK now. He was all grown up.
Looks like he's went back to the bat with tape. You know, we saw in that series, he went to the naked bat trying to fix something as he rips that one foul.
Yeah, I think he's going to come alive in this game. I love that we introduced in our graphics, it says game 1 of 3.
Yeah, new feature in there by GK. Gotta
really
love the great
all.
work out here. See Couts fouling that one off. 0-2 count still here to Couts.
Looking at Buck Burner in the chat. He did some history, tied Ryan Chen with 7 home runs in a series. Great job by him. I think he almost popped out 8 as Ryan Chen jumps in the box right now. I think we're going to have good attendance on Twitch tonight. It's Saturday night. Hot cocos are flowing.
Definitely.
It's PLW.
Good eye by Chen there to watch that in for ball 2.
I was talking to Chen a little bit earlier. He said he changed his hitting approach this season to not go as much pull. And that's going to be a 2-0 lead, Ryan Chen. And he just does what he does.
He said, nah, I didn't change much. We're going to pull that one right over the 103 sign into the palm trees.
Well, normally he's hitting over that flagpole, so that to him, that's like a center field shot as the chain gang immediately gets rowdy. Another home run for Chen, man. You know, he's on pace to be the MVP of this league with the numbers that he's putting up.
Yeah, really consistent season right now by Ryan Chen and the Chen gang over there.
Austin Bird Bull with a 2-0 lead. As you can see, Tom Gannon over there as the third base umpire had himself a decent night on the mound as the Sam Vipers just walloped the Cajuns. They kind of tried to put up a fight there in game number 2. Didn't work out. Tannick looked like he was backwards hat. Hicks, the destroyer, did really well as Max goes into the turf 2-1.
There it is, Trench. The double D.
The dreaded dribbler.
Yeah, Fernandez going to make quick work of Bull on that one.
Listen, honestly, giving up like 2 runs is not a bad thing here in this win as the Bombers have big bats. Trevor, Max, Mateo, even Alex a couple of weeks ago in the wind hit like 2 home runs, and that's probably as many as he hits all season.
As you see Goot take ball 1 there. 1-2 count, 2 outs, no runners on base.
You can see Jake Purdy in the chat saying we had a lot of fun. And let me tell you, he throws the nastiest 54-mile-an-hour ball in the league because it looks like it's coming in at 58, and it also hovers about 7 inches off the ground.
Yeah, Purdy's got some nasty stuff. You got to tune in on one of those Lightning games to check him out. He's figured it out, Trench. When it comes to that pitch speed, he's got to figure it out. That ball looks like it's moving as Goot rips that one to the right side. And that's going to put a runner on here for the ones in the top of the first with 2 outs. Scottez Dobbins is going to step in.
Yeah, Dobbs is like one of those guys that get hit towering home runs. You cannot pitch this dude high and inside. He will totally turn on it.
Yeah, the ones definitely have one of those lineups, Trench, where from top to bottom, any of these guys can take you deep on any night.
Yeah, they'd love to get out of here. Just giving up a 2-run pop to Chen. 0-2 count to Dobbs.
He's going to bounce that in for a ball, 1-2.
You know, I'm looking at Jake Shirley and Lonell Simmons in the outfield, and these are 2 inexperienced defenders out there, and it is not easy to catch wiffle balls and win like this when there could be horizontal movement of 30 to 40 feet.
Yeah, the Bombers are really going to look to have their rookies step up today with this kind of wind conditions.
A lot of spin on that. Good play by Max. Remember, Jake Shirley, he dislocated his pinky. It was totally 90 degrees the other way. Pretty nasty stuff, but he came back out. The doctors kind of went Kobe on him and popped that finger back into place. But the Bombers do a good job only giving up 2 as they're going to be up to bat. Let's go over that Bombers lineup if it's down there. There it is. What do we got, Ethan?
Leading off, we got Alex Fernandez starting at shortstop. Mateo Fernandez, third base. Trevor Bauer.
Trevor Fernandez, I call him now.
They're all brothers at this point. Starting at second base. Al Fernandez is the DH, but it looks like he's not going to make it. So we're going to figure out who that sub is here to fill in that lineup hole with Lionel Simmons starting in center field to finish out that lineup, Trench.
Yeah, I mean, if you just went on paper, team versus team right now, you'd have the ones just basically winning this series. But in the wind, you saw it from the Warbirds. When you're hungry, when you need wins, maybe they play for Hollis like the Warbirds played for Dodos.
Definitely.
This should be a good one. Already 230 viewers here on a Saturday night. Bonus wiffle us. A couple of those ducks land over there in right field. They must have a tough time navigating in this wind as well, Ethan.
Yeah, definitely. So Alex Fernandez is going to lead things off here for the Bombers in the bottom of the first, down 2-0 already here early. They're going to look to put some runs on the board. So he takes ball 1 there, 1-2 count.
Yeah, he's going to have to be real careful with that screwball in the wind as it's going to dive down just like that.
As that comes in. A little hot, 56.
Yeah, 2-2 count. Comes the 3-2. You definitely don't want to walk right here, the first batter of the game. If I'm Chen, I'm going to lay a half cookie up and just let my defense take care of it. He does. That might be a double for Alex. And these things are expected.
Yes, they are. Trench. Alex going to start that off with a line shot up the middle for a double, bouncing right off that pocket radar sign.
Yeah, Mateo Fernandez up to bat. He likes to go pink box early in the morning. So that comes in 56. Alex Fernandez really putting together the last few weeks. And normally not a guy that you're really threatened to be against, but all of a sudden, he's a guy in the box that is getting on base a lot.
Yeah, he's been putting some hits together, Trench, and really turning things around for the Bombers as they really need it at this moment. As we said earlier, a lot of playoff implications with these remaining games here. As Mateo ropes that one to the wall for a dirty double that's not going to score. That is going to score the run.
Yeah,
so that bounces right off Spurrier's hand there. He almost made a great play on it, but Mateo said, nah, not today, brother.
Yeah, and I guess the one unfortunate thing is, or fortunate if you're the batter, whichever way you look at it, if you're having a good season on the mound, your ERA is going to inflate just a tiny bit because pop-outs are going to go over the fence tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Trench is going to look to keep the ball out of the upper half of the zone here with these Bombers being able to just make quick work of that. As you see a ground ball up the middle, Spur, you're going to make
what
the throw.
A play by Spur, man. Watch this instant replay. Going across his body, going to his left side. Look at this. Wow. Yeah. Brett Favre tried to do that through an interception, ended their chances to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, good athletic play there by Spurrier. Brings Lionel Simmons into the box as he watches that one. In for a ball, 1-1 count, 2 outs, a runner in scoring position.
Lionel deep, gone. Home run, Lionel, and me and Chen were just talking about that. Who's going to be the big hitters deeper in the Bombers lineup? And Lionel immediately performs for the Bombers. That might be his first career PLW home run.
It might be, Trench. I'm pretty sure it is. And he walked it off, had the bat flip like he's been here before. And he said, you know what, Trench, guess what? Bombers up 3-2.
Yeah, that's his first career home run for Lionel Simmons. Give it up for that guy off big man Ryan Chen as Jake Shirley now up. You can see his pinky flaring out right here.
Yeah, Lonell's one of those guys I'm going to look to see in this league really improve and develop over the next couple seasons as he, just works on his game and his craft. New to the game of wiffle, being a rookie out here.
Yeah, and to correct me, our sports analyst made a mistake thinking it was his first career home run. It is actually his second career home run, which feels as good as your first career home run.
Yeah, I mean, Trench, just to be honest, any home run out here in the PLW is a spectacular moment because the pitching in this league is so incredible.
And Chen down 3-2. Having trouble with some of those 5-6 holes as Big Al enters Hideaway Field. And right now, if I'm Alex Fernandez, I'm going to say, listen, Pop, as he freezes Jake right there for out number 3. Lonell just crushed a home run. You might not be able to come in quite yet.
No, not quite yet, but when you see Shirley go down on a full count with a cookie lobbed in there from Chen, that ball should have been in the Garden of Serenity, out there in the jungle gym past the Connex.
Yeah, we're going to go into the top of the second. Brought to you by Leilani Acuna, the official realtor of PLW. Whether you're buying or selling a home, you now have a realtor trusted by PLW players and family. Make sure you connect with Leilani on that little Instagram caption right there. She's been a great addition to Hideaway Field. Real big supporter. Brings the vegan cupcakes for me. Gotta love it. She does good things. Make sure if you're buying or selling a home, you use her. As Mac's gonna warm up here. Lonell homer gives the Bombers 3-2 lead, man.
Yeah, stepping up big early here in the bottom of the first, getting the Bombers back on top 3-2 after they were already down there, Trench, in the top of the first, 2-0.
Looks like Cody Runnels in the chat. The Lightning, we played them, and after the first game, we were going against Cody Runnels, and then there was a big trade that happened, and he was all of a sudden a Cajun.
Yeah, that was a very interesting move to see there, middle of the game. I don't think we've seen that yet in the PLW. A guy walk out mid-game, hey, I'm not on the team anymore.
Yeah.
Came and hung out with us at our bench.
It was a bold move. We'll talk about that a little bit later as Jay Spur up to bat right now.
Good eye by Spurrier to watch that in for ball one. 1-1 count.
2025. Look at the new graphic below. Oh, what a play by Mateo. Should be easy now for Alex. Underneath the team names, look at that. Game 1 of 3, a new graphic. That old GK Rabbit put it in there.
Yeah, Trench. Mateo made a great play there. That ball was coming at him every bit of 80, 90 miles an hour. He got his arms up and knocked it down for Alex Fernandez to be able to make that play for out number 1.
Yeah, watch out for a big series from Adam Couch right here.
And that's going to start him off with a big, deep fly ball that carries over the Connex here in this wind and night, right over that 103 sign.
Yeah, listen, he's like Lou Gehrig or whoever that had that hitting streak, got like 55 in a row, then I think he struck out and hit like 27 more games in a row. So that's exactly what he's doing right there as his facial hair looks like it's starting to grow back in as he takes a chomp out of that one's chain. Single shot by AK-47 right there. Ties up the game.
It's going to bring Ryan Chen up to the plate. He's going to rip that one just foul, as you see third base umpire Tom Gannon calling that one out right on top of things tonight.
That was Joe DiMaggio that did that. 56 in a row. Then I think he got out and hit like 27 more. I could be wrong, but the numbers are close.
You know what? That's what I love about the chat, Trench.
They're smart people, man.
Smart guys out here. They know their baseball history. They know their facts. As you see Chen hit a little dribbler back to Fernandez there for the quick work.
Yeah, it's going to be who's going to put up the 6-7 runs is going to determine, obviously, who wins this. 56 in a row, Patricia says Joe DiMaggio put up.
As you see Austin Bird bull step into the box and swing at what inevitably was going to be a ball. Should have probably laid off that one, Trench.
Remember, Bird, I think he only walked once last year.
Solid play there by Mateo to back up his brother there at shortstop and knock
Bombers.
that one down. And you see he knocks it right to Alex. That's that teamwork, that communication. He said, I'm going to go forward. I'm going to go back. Alex misses it. Mateo's right there to back him up, knocks it right back to his brother to turn it right back and throw it in the backstop. Great play by them.
You got to have that zigzag feel going on so you don't do the Lady and the Tramp spaghetti kiss right there, and then you guys don't get the ball. You got to do the zigzag as Ryan Chen gets on there. I'm going to talk to TikTok one more time. Listen, guys, you're watching game number 1 of 3 right here, Saturday Night Hideaway Field. This is bonus wiffle. Normally, we're Monday through Friday. We have a bunch of different camera angles. We got a Skycam operator, 12 feet in the air, making sure you get the best angles. You could bet wiffle ball points, redeem them to get merchandise that we sell. You could see the commentators. And then there was a new feature. I don't want to show it quite yet, but a new feature that GK installed, a new camera angle, and it's one of my favorite camera angles besides this one, to really give an in-depth look at what goes into making this PLW production second to none.
Yeah, GK doing a lot of great things for this league. As you see, a lot of these angles you're getting. Just us being up here, we're able to talk because of the things GK's been able to implement here in the league. And as you see, Alex Fernandez rope one up the middle, and Couts is going to have trouble with that, and that one's going to be down for a base hit.
Yeah, for many years, we were just ghosts up here. Nobody could see our faces. They just, or actually they could, but with the little camera. This one brings in, like, the
details.
The details. I don't know if that's a good thing for us, though. Maybe when a couple of the PLW hotties are up here, the details matter. But for us, not so much.
As you see Mateo step in with no outs and a runner on first base, watching ball 1 in there, 1-1 count.
Yeah, as we got a storm cell whipping through here right now. You could see Ryan Chen kind of like squinting because there's grains of sand blowing into his face. He doesn't care. Drops a 12-6 in there for a strike.
Yeah, Chen is one of those guys. He has his game face on at all times out here in the PLW. He's Trench, I got to say, he's one of those guys I think a lot of people fear. There's not too many guys you think you're scared of, but when Ryan Chen is on the mound, game face is on.
Yeah, look at Max Limit subscribing with Prime. What that means is if you have an Amazon Prime account, which 86.6% of all Americans do, and you get a free subscription to Twitch, why not make it Premier League Wiffle every month? You don't have to deal with those ads. You get 20% more viewership, wiffle ball points. It's a really good thing.
It costs nothing to you. You're already paying that subscription. Might as well take that other half, use that free sub there on PLW.
We're one of the few leagues out there that are just like so interactive. I was looking at It's 2025, found this on TikTok 2 weeks ago, was moved over to Twitch, has been here for 2 weeks straight every single night.
Incredible, That's one of the good things here about the PLW is a very interactive chat, and we have a very loyal fan base that tells all their friends about it.
Right side. Does it stay fair? Loman right there to make the call. It looks like he shot probably an 85 on the golf course tonight as he's a scratch golfer.
Yeah, TB7. It's not TB7, TB12, right?
Yeah.
We're in 52 tonight.
That's TB52. Trevor Bauer, who needed that to get his neck kind of loosened up right there as Max Fernandez goes left side to Goot.
Oh, and that's unfortunate for Goot as that bounces off his body and out of play through that gap there. And that's going to roll him a 2-bagger.
Oh, that's the worst luck, man, when you actually make a good play to stop the ball and there's that little gap. But hey, listen, I guess you have to make a better play, stop it right in front of you. But the Bombers jumping out to a 5-3 lead right now.
It's going to bring Lionel Simmons back up to the plate, who went deep his last at bat.
Yeah.
We're going to put on some damage here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, just 1 out. Definitely wants to get him out as Brad Sfell subscribes with Prime, took our advice immediately and says, I can't deal with commercials anymore. 1-2 count to Lionel. Chen not happy that Lionel got a piece of that, was looking for a strikeout right there.
Yeah, Lionel's battling up here right now as he watches that one in for ball 2. 2-2 count.
Big news. I like Turtles, who's been watching our PLW production for quite some time. That's going to be easy play for Dobbs. Just got his TB7's jersey. And it's a lot more intricate when you have it in person compared to when you see it on the stream. That's Taylor Briner
We're
Good stuff.
See a pinch hit here, right here, early in the game or in the top of the third. Big Al stepping in. Is he going to foul that one off? No, that's going to roll back fair. Goot going to make easy work of that for out number 3 here to end the inning in the top of the third.
And it's kind of just going yo-yo status right now. Up by 2, down by 2. This team's up by 2. And that's why I'm saying who's going to have that like 5 or 6 run inning to try to, make it a little bit more of a gap. But right now, it's a big seesaw as we go into the top of the fourth. One's down by 2. If you have the Bombers plus 3.5, so far you're looking pretty good. But that wind is blowing out. Expect some more fireworks from AK and the gang.
Yeah, Trench, I'm going to go ahead and call it here early that I think the Ones are going to put together that inning right now. They've seen Fernandez a few times through the lineup already. They're going to look to put things on here in the bottom of the third.
Look at that. Looks like we got some fans. That's David Harley Jr. watching a little whiffs. He's trying to go undercover a little bit, but I know that person. I think he's trying to be a little discreet.
Very incognito, but that is Harley Jr. over there on top of the Connex.
How about them Snappers? They're right up there with the Vipers and the Legends, 21-18. So the teams, 3 of those teams that were 18-18 swept. The Cajuns fell to the Vipers in a big-time matchup last night. They kind of just got spanked by that Viper crew.
Yeah, the Vipers came through with the bats and put it on them. They even had a mercy rule in there.
Do you hear that?
What's that? Is that the train?
I think I hear a train. Oh, right inside the pylon for Gutierrez. That's going to be a double. I think a hype train's coming, and we're already at 20% in the level 2. And Adam Tanik, after sweeping the Cajuns, is feeling a little trigger happy with those subs and immediately gifts 5 Tier 1 subs. As Dobbs goes left side. There's nothing over there.
There at second.
Oh, my God. He did the Tom Brady...
the fumble.
The tuck rule.
The tuck rule.
Mateo does the tuck rule, but this one's just going to be an error, and they won't get that one back as the wiffle ball gods immediately wake up.
Yeah, big mental mistake there by Mateo, looking to go to 2, but there's nobody on first to make that double play.
There it is.
Gouda hit that double.
That's what we love about Twitch, as we're zooming in on Mateo left side, which you guys can't even see on TikTok. All you can see is the shortstop. Made an error. The camera guy, Jesse Caps, in Skycam 1, is going over there, zooming in to make sure that he knows that he was error all over that.
Yeah, he's definitely going to bite himself a bit looking back at that one later tonight, as all these guys do watch film out here. As you see Spurrier stepping in, fouling that one off. 2-2 count.
Looks like somebody had a highlighted message, couldn't see it as it was scrolling because Tanik gifted some subs. Spur, late swing right there.
Battling with a full count. Runners first and third, no outs here.
Oh, that was ball number 4 right inside. Would have loaded the bases for AK-47. But Jay Spur holding off as it looks like we can... Did we complete the hype train?
We're moving into level 3.
No, dude, I think we completed the hype train. Oh, level 3 completed.
Yes, level 3.
Oh, we're going to beat that tonight. It's Saturday. It's bonus wiffle. Me and you got hot cocoa. It's coursing through our veins. What a pitch by Max as Lohman rings him up on that first base side.
And a little tink there by Fernandez. That was nasty. Spurrier couldn't believe it hit. And way to battle back by Fernandez there. The 3-2 count, runners in scoring position to set him down for out number 1. But that's going to bring the ever so nasty Adam Couts to the plate.
And it looks like he might have not been able to afford some grip tape on his bat. That looks like aluminum foil at the bottom of the base of his bat right there.
Yeah, I spoke to him
as
earlier.
AK goes deep. And that's going to be a triple. Hits the 103 sign. That's going to clear the bases. And I told you, I think he's going to have a big night against this pitching, especially with the wind going out, as the Ones tie this one up, I believe.
Yep. Tied up right here in the top of the fourth. 5-5 game. Saying there, Couts keeps the foil on there to keep the aliens away. Said we're a little too close to Area 51.
Kingpin subscription, good move. You are locked into PLW Nation. You're part of the community now. And we are just going as Chen smacks it past Bauer, and that's going to score AK-47 as Austin Bird Bull jumps in the box.
Yeah, here it is, Trench. This is that inning we were talking about as they put 3 up early with 1 out. Bird's going to go.
And Bird launches one into the stratosphere. Did it come back? Brad Ogden making the call right now, looking at Kyle Lohman.
Yeah, that one went just foul, but it did curve back in after the fact of crossing that Connex. So if it did clear the wall in front of that foul pole, it would have been a home run. But unfortunately, it just carried a little bit too far past it before it decided to turn back towards that jungle gym.
Man, he could really turn on it. And Bird!
Ooh, Fernandez with a nasty stop.
Oh, look how fast that hand goes up. Look at this replay.
The hands of Sheamus.
Bang. Oh,
Reactions
man.
like a cat.
As Gutierrez started this inning off with a double down the left side, is up one more time. Good pitch by Max. And like I said, each one of these pitchers knew that they were going to give up 5, 6, 7, 8 runs, if not more, in this wind. It's just going to be the team that explodes a little bit more.
Yeah, it's definitely a night where the pitcher's got to keep it down and away in the zone. Because if you leave it up, that's going to happen as Goot goes yard for a 3-run shot.
Nothing you could do right there against Goot with a 2-2 count. And as you said,
2-run shot.
And as you said, kind of high in the zone. And that's going to give the Ones an 8-5 lead. And all of a sudden, they're close to covering that spread as we are 1 minute, 30 seconds away from level 4 being completed. We're at 75%. We really, really need PLW Nation to get going with gifting either some subs or bits. And Dobbs, right to Jake Shirley for out number 3. Damage done, though. Once took care of business, scored 5 runs.
Yeah, Shirley looking like that finger's not affecting him there as he makes easy work of that line shot.
I'm not the smartest guy, Ethan,
close.
but let me tell you, when GK Rabbit, after he walks Little Colonel, his dog, you know he's got 1 or 2 hot cocos in him on a Saturday night, hanging out with his wife, chilling PLW Nation to make sure this hype train is going to get to its, what do they call it, train station or where?
The end of the road.
Well, not a road.
Well, the end of their tracks. I should know this. Grew up in a train town. As we complete level 4, going right into level 5 on the hype train. Trench, we are back.
Talk to TikTok, Ethan. Take care of my light work.
Man, TikTok, what's up? You're tuning in right now to PLW, Premier League Wiffle. You can go ahead, type right in your browser, twitch.tv / Premier Wiffle.
There you go.
And if you're on the app, go ahead, click that link right up in the top of our TikTok profile. It's going to take you over to see multiple camera angles. Trench McCona and I, instant replay.
And a new view. I want to go to it right now to make all the graphics happen. Let's go down into the dungeon. There they are, our boys, Kyle Eder and Logan Christie. Look at all that gear they're running with. This is the first time you've looked. This is historical. If you've been a PLW fan, you've always wondered. And look at Sheamus over there on the wall to the left of Kyle Eder. There he is.
Finally making an appearance
I love
here.
it. Look at all that gear, man. I want to thank our stream team to make all that happen. Give it up to the stream team right now. Jesse Caps has got to have his Calvin Klein moment as we're propping out the dungeon right now. Unbelievable.
Up there, the sky cam.
That is awesome, man. It's really, really good to see that a lot of the people like that dungeon cam. Let me tell you, sometimes it gets real foggy down there. So we've got to be careful when we make the switch as Alex Fernandez goes above Dobbs. And honestly, Ethan, I would have thought Dobbs had a little more hops.
I agree. It looks like he kind of misjudged that one a bit, but that's going to start things off with a triple for Alex Fernandez, bringing his brother Mateo up to the plate, looking to do work here early in the bottom of the 4th with no outs and a runner on 3rd.
Now I kind of want to play him one-on-one to 11, 3 games after seeing that performance right there. As Nighthawk subscribes. Yeah, Alex Fernandez, Tanik's talking about, maybe the most improved player this year. He's going to have to rival, of course, Ryan Roosh over there on the cages. As Mateo launches it Oh, my God, he goes to top pine cone.
Trench, I don't know if you can see that. That ball got stuck in the top of the
It's
tree
there,
up
I see
there.
it. Jesse, after you get Mateo, the ball is stuck almost at the very top of that tree. And that's the Hollis tree.
Oh, it just fell out.
Did it?
The wind pushed it out. Wow, what a shot there by Mateo.
I think a bald eagle thought it laid another egg, but that was just a wiffle ball hanging out up there. Man, he almost cleared that. As the Bombers, no outs, 8-7. You know what? Yeah, it might be first to 15 here.
No, I can't see it. It's looking like it. Trench, as we're in the bottom of the fourth with no outs.
As that storm cell approaches, hopefully we could get in the eye of the storm and get a good like 20 or 30 minutes before we catch the tail end of that tornado.
The Goot going to make quick work there of Trevor Bauer. We didn't even talk about it. We have a pitching change here.
I know. I mean, then that home run happened real fast. Kirby Bucket made an appearance. I mean, the hype train, there's only a minute and a half left, and we're in level 5. So we're about 69% away from completing it as Max goes left side, and that's going to be a double as they're starting to rake. Goots right here. Really need PLW Nation to come on through to complete this hype train.
As you see, Red Devil gift a sub there, tier 1 sub. Each one of those subs, each one of those bits, everything that you do right now to help this hype train out does go back into this great production.
And let me tell you, I've produced probably a good 30 hype trains, and only one time have we not made it to level 5 completion. I know our fans out there, especially Adam Tannick, does not want to see a hype train stop right before it gets to the station. 40 seconds left for this one as we get new emotes if we complete this hype train. Oh, I'm getting a little nervous.
It's going to bring Lonell Simmons up to the plate as he watches that one in. 2-0 count. Runner on second base. Just swing at that one there in the dirt.
Buck Burner goes 5 tier 1 subs to get us to 85%. We're only 15% away. We need a couple more.
And
we've
hammer.
done it.
The hammer comes through with the hammer.
Comes in clutch. Comes in with the hammer. And we complete level 5. Unbelievable. We've done it once again. I want to thank PLW Nation as Lonell goes left side. Jen's going to have to throw a lot of wind. It's going to be 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And the ones would love to get back up with the lead here.
So we got a pole there.
Look at that. It looks like, what is that? A little sloth bear emoji.
Does it have wings, Trench?
I don't know. I love this. I actually don't even know how to use any of that stuff, but I know that some of those people in PLW Nation do, and they love it. It's Big Al. He's taking a look. A 1-1 count.
We got an early prediction for player of the night. It's going to be Ryan Chen, Max Fernandez, Alex Fernandez, Adam Counts, or Mateo Fernandez.
I'll tell you right now, Mateo is, I don't know if he's going to be rivaled for furthest home run tonight. As how much further can you hit it? You'd have to hit it over the Hollis tree. If anybody could do it, it's probably Ryan Chen.
Yeah, that one was headed to the Luxor as Big Al draws a walk.
You can see Spencer Barrick flash over. He just got dropped off by our PLW limo, and he's going to go out to right field as Austin Bird Bull, who does not look like a defender at all, is going to walk back into the dugout as he's kind of doing his little ones waddle. And that's a big plus for the ones as Spencer Barrick has no respect for his body, and he'll just run into walls, poles, over fences. It doesn't matter. As Alex goes, Spencer immediately gets some action, but that's going to tie up the game on a little floater out to right field.
Yeah, I don't think he was loose for that one. He just got right off that private jet and here to the hideaway. We would have probably seen him lay out for that if he was a little more loose. But Barrick's one of those veteran outfielders that's going to make a big difference here tonight with the win. As we see Mateo Fernandez watch that one in for ball number 1, 1-1 count. Chang going to make light work of that can of corn there. Pushing us into the top of the 5th. The ones tied right now against the Bombers, Trench.
Wow, Snowman on top of Snowman. We're going to go into the top of the fourth?
Top of the fourth. I mean, top of the fifth.
Top of the fifth. Top of the fifth. There's Spencer Barrick. There's another PLW hottie. And boy, was I blessed the other night, Ethan. I was hanging out on top of the container, and she brought me the most flavorful taco. Vegan, of course, because she is as well. And man, it was bursting with flavor. Good job, Spencer Barrick.
It looks like
And
Ryan
DL Duke
Chen's.
saying, who's with me in the booth? As you're not as known up here in the commentating stream team world, why don't you introduce yourself, Ethan?
Yeah, Ethan Wickfield. What's going on, guys? Been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Player on the Legends. Was up here in the booth a good bit last season, you know. Made a little move that took me a little further away from the hideaway. It's not as easy to get out here as I want to. But here we are, Trench, back.
We
The
lock it down
commentating
not
duo.
only in the booth, but on the left side infield for the Legends as Jay Spur getting up right now for the ones, top 4, 8-8 game. Remember, TikTok. Get on over to Twitch right now. Watch this top of the fourth, 8-8 game. You can't even see most of the field. You can't see the dugouts or the commentating booths. As Jay Spur takes a swing. Can't see the instant replays or the zoom-ins or the dungeon cam that was recently installed. As Jay Spur, is it going to go? A lot of movement on this, and it does.
Big shot there by Jay Spur, number 2 for the ones, putting them up 9-8 here in the top of the fourth. And the chain gang
There it
is
is.
out. There's Barrick rattling it around right there. Spurrier comes into home.
I got to tell you, I'd hate to see these guys in a dark alley on a Saturday night with those chains rattling around, those dark jerseys all blending in with the darkness out there. They mean business as counts. Goes left side, right to Jake Shirley.
Yeah, good job by Shirley there to make easy work of that line. Shot by Adam Couts.
Yeah, the ones are looking for 3 or 4 right here because, I mean, that's about what we're averaging, 2, 3, 4 runs. Good pitch by Maxis right there.
Yeah, that was a great pitch. He's, tonight, Trench, he's kept that ball down in the zone, and he's hitting the ting-ting for strikes, and, I think that's going to prove the difference maker as long as you don't leave that thing up.
Chen inside that left. Right there on third base. Rolls it to the wall. That's going to be a double as Spencer Barrick, who's been kind of hot and clutch for the ones, is up to bat.
Yeah, Barrick, as of recent, has really earned his slot in that lineup for the ones. This is a lineup top to bottom. Any of these guys can hit, and Spencer's been proving things here lately.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of gets a little bit overshadowed because he's on such a great team, but on any other team, this guy would emerge as a top player, a really good player on any other squad. And why not him be talked about in most improved player? I feel like his numbers are way up from last season.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there, Trench. He's one of the better outfielders in the league, and at the plate, he's really been proving things this season. We've seen a couple big home runs and some really clutch moments.
Yes, Mr. Clutch, I'm going to start calling him.
As we see him rocking the tinfoil as well, Trench.
Rocking that tin. Dragon Lady shows up. Haven't seen her in a minute. And he's going to get iced on a 3-2 count. Super low, super off speed. Gets him looking. Difficult pitch to connect with.
With a game this close, Trench, is if Max can stay where he's at right now and in command with that low strike, as you see him hit there at 55 on the outside, I think he's going to be able to carry this Bombers team to a win as long as he can stay consistent.
Yeah, he looks like he's working with a little bit different of an arm angle on that slide piece. Really coming low and trying to almost like Peter Maccabee on the Warbirds, like where it just stays 6 inches off the ground the whole time.
Yeah, we haven't really seen that out of him. And wow, he just misses there at 56. And this is definitely something new that Fernandez has brought out here to deal with the wind. And this just goes to show how good these pitchers are here in the PLW. But he's going to leave that
might
one up.
go. And it does a 3-run bang after that ball came in at 56. You really thought that Max was going to be able to ice Goot right there, and that's his second home run, I believe, of this game. Correct me if I'm wrong, and what big 3-run shot as the ones jump on top 11-8. Now, I'm telling you, Ethan, I don't think it's going to be enough. If there's another inning, it's going to be, if they only score 11, you're probably going to look at it like 11-10, 11-11 after the fourth, or after the, after the fourth inning.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a game where we might be pushing 15. As we're here early in the top of the fourth, 11-8 game. I don't know, Trench. We'll see where this thing goes.
Yeah, we're watching it happen right now as Max almost lays a cookie into Spencer, and he's saying, well, why did your ball go out and mine didn't? Well, Goot has a lot more mass than Dobbs.
Yeah, Goot, a little more of a power hitter there than Dobbins, but the ones, they're looking to get things done right now. They been putting the ball, basically they're making all the mistakes the Bombers are making right now. They're making quick work.
Yeah.
Of all of them.
And they're kind of going over, who do we want on the mound? Are we going to go to stay with Goots? Do you want to go with AK? And it looks like Goots is going to go after those wiffle balls one more time. Remember, they rattled them, I think, for what, five runs or so.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to go with Goot here. We're in game one. Still got 2 more games to play. They got the lead. I'm rocking with them.
Yeah.
I'm the manager. If I'm Dobbins, I'm rocking with Goot.
We got 362 viewers here on Twitch, and we're just game one right now in a very windy, tornado-ish conditions right here at Hideaway Field. As you can see, center field, those palm trees, they are dancing. Trevor Bauer barely misses what would have been probably a 160-foot smash to dead center.
Yeah, Bauer's one of those guys you do not want to miss up on. He will punish the wiffle ball every single time. Goot coming in a little bit hot. Having some trouble with control here.
Yeah, when I was talking to Chen earlier, you just got to pitch to him. If people are hitting solo shots, so be it. You just don't want to get into that walk crazy mode. And now Max Fernandez up to bat, and you know this dude could put it into the trees for sure.
Definitely.
As when he was playing against us, he hit like 4 or 5 home runs that just, man, they're still traveling. And look at Kirby bucket in the wind.
Yeah, that's going to do it for Goot there, as they're going to go right to Couts here to lock things down in game number 1.
And look at him work those transaxles, doing the little Kirby bucket wiggle. And the wind's got to be wreaking havoc, as he's probably a little bit top-heavy with those wiffle balls. He could probably be almost a PLW hottie, as top-heavy as he is.
Have they taught it to drift yet? They figured that one out? I've seen it jumping ramps, doing everything. The next thing you know, we're going to see Kirby Bucket out here drifting the bases.
I think we should enter him in some kind of like RC race, where maybe he's not even entered, but he just comes in like mid. I mean, look at the hops he has right there. Like just mid race, he just like comes out of nowhere like the Kirby Bucket, right? And it's just all zoomed in on him.
Might have to pinch run for some of these guys out here.
Oh man, J-Rock for sure.
You see Max Fernandez stepping to the plate, watching that one in for ball 1. 1-1 count. Runner on first base.
Watch out for Max right here. Ooh. Being a little bit more patient.
Yeah, the Bombers chasing 3 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Really losing it there. And look at that. One of the emojis is a Kirby Bucket flexing right there. That's a triple, and that's going to clear the bases with 2 outs. Or how many outs? No outs. And the Bombers coming after him.
That's going to make the score 11-9.
Yeah, and Couts is going to have to settle down and just go one at a time and get these runners out. Don't worry about what you just did. as Rev Run subscribes with Prime for 2 months. Love seeing that. As Lonnell goes, J Spur's got to be careful. Yeah, that's a long throw, a lot of wind. And that's going to put runners, or actually that scores a run, and Lonnell's on first base. They're going to look to get 2 right here in an 11-10 game. And I'm telling you, they are coming. Big Al up to bat.
Yeah, Trench is going to be that team that puts up some runs here. In one of these innings, those 5 or 6 runs you're talking about, the ones did it already, but the Bombers looking to have their way right now, adding a few down by 1 with no outs. This Big Al's going to rope that one, but just foul. That's going to be a long strike.
You paid for the whole bat. You might as well use the hands.
1-2 count. 1 runner on.
Did you hear what Big Al just said? He just said, I might go right field. Like he might go oppo. That would have been the first in Big Al history. Instead,
I would take
swing and a
that bet.
miss.
Take that bet every day of the week.
1 out here. Alex Fernandez, known to poke it out there. They're looking for 2, and this should be an easy play. Can Chen make the throw? And that dives in, as we've talked about. When that wind's blowing out, it makes that ball dive in. But the last thing you want to do is throw a floater, because then it gets Frisbee-like, and it's going to sail on you, and then they'll get the extra base.
Yeah, that throw from second base in the wind is tough. Can confirm playing short out there. You can always tell when the wind's really blowing. It's hard to keep that ball in the zone. Like you said, if you throw that Frisbee, it's going to come up here in the booth, and if not, it's going to blow right down into the turf, as you saw there when Trent made that throw. So Mateo's going to watch that in for ball 1.
DL Dukes,
2, ball
Spencer's
2.
girl on their dugout side. Yeah, she was nice enough the other night on Cinco de Mayo when the Warbirds took care of the ones. She had a little buffet of tacos and had a little vegan section, of course. And Mateo ties it up. Man, that was in a hurry.
Yeah,
Another
that got
triple.
That got to the wall in about a second, Trench, if that.
11-11 game, and right now you just got to get out of the inning and just get back up to the dugout. The runs were going to happen. We knew it was going to.
Yeah, the Bombers have now batted around as Trevor Bauer steps back into the box.
Gone.
And he launches that bye-bye, wiffle ball. Bombers up 13-11.
Watch out for the Dragon Lady. She wakes up around this time, never seen what she's like on a Saturday. She might get lively as her man with a stiff neck takes his stiff bat and goes yard. That's the Bombers. Well, if you had a Bombers ticket, you basically could cash it.
Yeah, they went up here early. Now they're chasing the 15, Trench. As we said earlier, this is going to be a game to 15 with these kind of wind conditions.
Yeah, the ones know they have to get him out right here. And then you have to get back up. They're going to have to go win this game right now in the top of the 5th. Otherwise, the Bombers are going to come back. This was kind of very reminiscent of when the Legends played the Bombers. Same scenario where we just couldn't get back up to try to win the game. And we lost 16-13 in that one. But I'm Trench Pacone, hanging out with my main man, Ethan Wigfield. This is a Legends takeover right now.
Legends
we got Brad
takeover.
up on there on the clock, me and you in the commentator's booth. Who else we got around? So all-time Legends over here. But, yeah, game number 1 so far, back and forth. It's going to have to be the ones right here to win it. Otherwise, I think the Bombers come up in the bottom of the 5th and ice this one. I don't think you're going to see a top of the 6th come around.
Yeah, Trench, the ones really got to take it here. They got to put up the 15 spot, because if it gets right back around, I think the Bombers get it done here in the bottom of the 5th.
Here's Jay Spur. I think he hit a home run last time he was up. Big Al a little late on the throwback. Working Max a little bit, 2-1. He's going to have to hit Pan right here. I think that's a little hot. Goes to 3-1. If I'm Jay Spur, I'm probably going to half red light it because of the winds, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, you need runs on the board. If it's in there, you got to swing. But if not, you got to take the red light as he watches that one in for ball 4.
That was a big walk as AK-47 Adam Couts was having a decent game number 1 up to bat as the winds start to whip around right now.
Yeah, Trench, I think the wiffle ball gods have woken up, brought the winds into hideaway field right now as Couch steps in.
Well, I mean, you got to imagine the wiffle ball gods sleep all weekend. So this is a big weekend for even the wiffle ball gods. They want to see some PLW action. Oh, 58, and Max is kind of losing control right there. Another 3-1 count. This would be an enormous walk if AK could get Ryan Chen up with 2 runners on, no out. Good hit by Couch. Oh, and it goes through Shirley's legs. That's going to put runners on second and third as it was dirty. Takes away a double play ball unless they get a tag-up situation double play. But runners on second and third. Ryan Chen up to bat. Game's down by 2.
Yeah, Trench, that goes to show right there when I was saying earlier that the rookies in the outfield for the Bombers are really going to need to step up here.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier, and you have to get in front of that one. Maybe it went off his splint from his pinky. I don't know. Has to watch out for a cookie right here as it's going to be 14-13 ones.
Yeah,
Instead,
that's going to do it.
Bases loaded, and Alex is going to have to come in with no outs. And if he could shut down the ones right here, what an incredible performance that would be. But no outs. Wind is, going around out there. The ones are one swing away from ending this game as Spencer, is it Barrick or Goots up? Right, I think it's Barrick up, and we call him Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, Barrick's going to look to end this game right here with a grand slam. As we've seen with any high fly ball, as Kirby Bucket takes a fall right there.
No, the winds really got to him. Oh, and GK is going to light Bird up for that one. And he's out of there.
He's out.
Does a tumble, full frontal somersault, and he's going right back in the dugout.
Kirby
He really gets roughed up out there.
Well, it's the weekend for Kirby Bucket. He's not used to working on Saturdays. This is his day for the boys. You know, he goes down the street and does his thing, drinks some hot cocos. Now he's out here.
It's Saturday night. Shimmy. I love it. As Spencer Barrick up to bat right
GK
now.
in the chat, I want a formal inquiry about what's going on with Kirby Bucket right now.
Yeah, I mean, he was basically naked. He lost his bucket. Then he does a front somersault.
Yeah, I mean, I heard he was out late with Dodos last night, so we might have some play with it.
Let me tell you, if you're out late with Dodos, crazy things could happen. 380, almost 400 viewers popping in.
Spencer Barrick steps in.
Man, if you guys are watching on TikTok, you're crazy. You have to come over to Twitch. We have awesome camera work over here. We have 5 different camera angles now. A sky cam, 12 feet in the air, instant replays, zoom-ins. You see more of the field, the commentators, the PLW hotties, people on the container watching. Very intense stuff right here. Oh, and Alex misses. Ball 1 way inside. Big pressure moment for AF.
No, I'm not against the first pitch ball as a new pitcher. As a batter, you know that guy's going to come in and want to throw a strike. And it's almost a strategic move to throw that one away to kind of get in their head a little bit.
Oof. 3-1. You don't want to throw him a cookie, though, to end the game. You got to come after him. Oh, almost gets a rollover, and that would have been a 3-2 double play right there to totally suck the energy out of the ones. Barrick has to be very patient here.
And Barrick misses a cookie, and down he goes for the first out here in the top of the 5th.
Man, AF, lucky Barrick doesn't go crazy with that one. Good pitch selection on the outside as Goots up. Good pitches by AF after going down 3-1. Left side. Is it going to go fair? No.
Good job by Mateo to stay with it as that ball has been being pushed back into fair territory, Trench.
Yeah, and you know the ones know they have to win it right here.
A little hot there. 59. That's going to be a ball. 1-1 count.
Look at Dodo's in Cali right now, L.A. 76 degrees, slight breeze, perfect for cocoa conditions. Or here at Hideaway Field, which every day is good for cocoa conditions. It's going to be a 3-2 count, I believe.
Yeah, 3-2 count.
Because Goot fouled one to the left side. Big pitch. Again, you don't want to throw him a cookie because it would end the game if he goes yard. And he does. But he gets a tip. And look at AK on second base. He's like, oh, man, I thought that was going to go.
Yeah, Good almost walked it off. Fernandez delivers. He's going to watch that for ball 4.
Not bad, not bad. I'll give up the run right there rather than a game-over slam. But Spencer Barrick, he also has a good bat. He could end this one. And now a triple would end the game.
Scottez Dobbins steps in.
Left side, foul, as Mateo and AK run into each other. Remember, it feels like the last inning because it basically is.
Yeah. Whoever gets the 15 here. Unless the Bombers are able to dig their way out of this one.
Right back, and that's going to score 2. And now they're just going to be one single away from ending this one. It's 14-13 ones as Jay Spur. They need to roll a double play right here as Jay Spur, all he needs is a clean single to end this one in a back and forth matchup. As we predicted, at least one mercy was going to happen. Maybe when the sun goes down completely, the winds die down, but I think watching the Doppler radar, it's going to be hanging out for quite some time.
Spurrier's going to watch that in.
Wow, a home run here would cover.
Ooh.
Don't cash that ticket.
Oh, and that's
going to end the inning.
Double play.
And it does. That was humongous. The ones get out of that double play. Can the ones?
And Trench.
What?
We are tuned in right now to some great wiffle ball action. The Bombers need 2 runs right now.
This is bringing back bad memories of our series, man. This is exactly what happened. I think we were up 1 or whatever.
They've done it before.
We knew that we had to score a bunch to win. We didn't, and now the Bombers once again in a position to win another one just like that.
Yeah,
Man.
Bombers bettors are happy right now with them getting out of that inning.
Wow. Are they going to be able to – are the ones going to be able to pull this out, or are the Bombers going to score 2?
Yeah, and Lonell Simmons starting things off here for the Bombers, looking to get on base early. You know, we've been talking about him earlier in the night, how we think he's an improved player. We saw him go yard in the first inning there, and looking to see what he can do here to lead things off here for the Bombers, chasing 2.
I mean, if you're Adam Couts and the ones, you have to get Lonell Simmons out right here.
Yes,
there
you
is
do.
no doubt about it. You cannot walk him. You have to have him swinging and rely on your defense.
As he takes that in for ball 1, 1-1 count. Here in the bottom of the 5th at Hideaway.
Goes left side. Jay Spur, he's going to have to square up and make a throw, and he does. What a good play by Jay Spur, who's backed up on his heels, moves forward, squares up. Watch this replay. From that distance and the way the wind is blowing, not an easy play. He has a powerful arm as Big Al up to bat right now. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th.
Watches that one in for a ball. Yes, Spurrier, left-handed shortstop.
Yeah.
One of the rare places you will see that is here in PLW or just in wiffle ball leagues in general as Big Al takes a nasty one in there for a strike at 49.
Man, what a pitch AK delivers right there against Big Al. It's going to bring the count to 1-2. Quick windup by Couts. Goes fastball, and he gets... Ooh.
Yeah, Trench, I want to touch on it here. That 15-run mercy rule, they must win by 3. So the Bombers are going to need 3 runs here.
Oh,
I mean, by 2. Sorry, must win by 2.
Big Al, right to Goots. Can he make the throw? Squares up. And he does. Hits the backstop in time, under 5 seconds. And it's going to come down to Alex Fernandez that had Jay Spur roll over into a double play. Let's see if he could come with a bat right here and tie it up or keep the train moving.
Yeah, Trench, if this goes into the next inning with the ones at bat, I think we're going to go ahead and see that mercy run rule enacted.
And Fernandez right to Barrick, and it ends the game. What a phenomenal game one, back and forth. Anybody could have won that.
Yeah, we were actually.
Oh wait, no, we're going into the sixth.
We're going into
the
sixth. Yeah, we're going right into the sixth.
Because we were talking that we didn't think it was going into the sixth. My fault, PLW fans. Top of the sixth we go, and you're right. All they need is that one run. But all of a sudden, you could kind of now the Bombers ticket could be a little bit. Is it a sweat? And there's PLW hottie Caro out there on the container with David Harley Jr. Looks like she's got her coconut water. Keeping hydrated. Gives a wave to PLW Nation.
And we hear the chain rattling over there out of the
like
ones
the
bench
jingles
with
of the
AK up
bells
to bat.
of Christmas. A lot of spin. Fernandez.
The double D, the dreaded dribbler. Lohman on the call, calls that fair, and that's going to make quick work of the big bat at Couts right there here in the top of the sixth. A huge out for the Bombers.
And Lohman was right there. As Ryan Chen up to bat, one out, top of the sixth. And if I'm the ones, I just want to string to get game over.
Chen hit that one a mile, Trench.
Look at this. He digs in and just goes tiger uppercut on it. And the Chain Gang wins game number one off of Ryan Chen. Was that his third home run of the game?
I believe so, Trench.
Watch out for Chen this series. Really putting together quite the season as the ones take care of game number one in an explosion of offense. We thought maybe they would have won last inning, then the Bombers couldn't do it. When they got up, AK gets out number one, but Ryan Chen, man, goes pitching wedge out into left field. Game over. We're going to get into game number two right after this. Good evening, PLW Nation. We are going into game number two, the ones versus the Bombers. Ethan, I heard Brad Ogden talking to you. It looks like you have the starting pitchers for game number two.
Yeah,
Who are
it's going
they?
to be Alex Fernandez versus AK Adam Couts of the ones. We're in for a pitcher's duel here with the wind blowing, Trench. These guys' ERAs are going to get boosted a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, also their averages and slugging percentages are going to go up as well. Are we going to expect more of the same this game, or do you think it's going to be something a little less?
You know, both these pitchers have pretty good command of the zone, so as long as they can keep the ball down, I think we'll have not a low-scoring
8-6,
affair. Yeah, we'll have an
like
8-6. I don't think we'll reach the mercy rule. But if these guys do leave the ball up, both of these teams can bang, and I think we're going to see another mercy rule.
I'm going to go into my Twitch account as I had 3K on the Bombers right there. And look at that. Winner, winner.
Chicken dinner.
That's right.
And to make sure to get those wiffle points in as bets are open right now.
Handle that, Ethan, as I go in.
Game number two.
Listen, lots of fun. 437 viewers on Twitch right now. All I could say is I want to thank them for doing what they do. They make it a lot of fun. We interact with these guys, but we need a little help from TikTok as well. Not only do we want just people to come on over to Twitch and grow our brand, but the way we watch the game has to be watched on Twitch, as we have so many different camera angles. It's just clear. We have Jesse Caps on Skycam doing his thing on the first base side. We have that dungeon dugout cam. Can we go to that, Logan? Just one more time. There's vegan chicken out there, Tanik. Don't worry about it. Tanik does have a heart. He was looking out for me, Ethan.
And bets are open.
Look, they're coming over, pouring in from TikTok right now.
You know, when you watch this game over here on Twitch, you're getting live sports action. The same way you would watch it on any TV channel, you were getting that here in the PLW.
Yeah.
On our Twitch channel. So get on over here, TikTok.
I mean, where else can you interact with the fans and Kirby buckets and PLW hotties and things all over the place and all the inside, outside stories like Chad with a mid-game transaction, Kyle Lohman going to the Night Owls that puts them in contention immediately. I love him on the Night Owls now. Who's playing for the Lightning now? It's Seamus and his Turtles, or what's going on?
You know, to be honest, I believe Turtle 1 is in left and Turtle 2 is in center field, Trench. I'm not too sure what's going on over there, as Chad has had a fire yard sale going on all season. That
is
lineup
liquidating
has changed
his whole squad until... Yeah, he basically traded away all-star teams. We'll get into that a little bit later. But man, and look at that. Nick Toby said, I accidentally clicked over, and he's lucky that he did, because he's loving what he's seeing as we're watching Alex Fernandez warm up, as it looks it's pretty equal on the wiffle ball game bet side right now. And look at this. Alicia, Goots' wife, is saying he's the best in my eyes. And yeah, he's really good. Remember, Goots... he wasn't pitching a couple seasons ago, and now he's out there doing his thing. And I remember he had to sleep in the garage a couple nights because Goots wouldn't let him in after a couple poor performances on the mound. And it looks like they've rebounded a little wiffle ball counseling, and he's able to hop right back in bed with her now to go to bed.
Yeah, Goots is one of those starters for the ones now. Really been working on his game. As you see Spurrier start things off, watching a ball in, 1-1 count.
I mean, he was eating... like microwavable dinners for about 6 months, and he was really working. He got a pitching pan in his backyard and started pitching, and he upgraded to home cooked meals. You know why Caro's here, the PLW hottie?
Why is that, Trench?
Because the ones are her favorite team.
No.
Her second favorite team. But she was a ones fan for a long time. And when they're playing, she likes to come out here and support.
Yeah, got to go with second favorite team.
Yeah. We'll just say that. AK-47 up to bat. And the 1-2 punch of AK and Chen really produced last game.
Yeah, the wind's still factoring the same right now as Cout steps in with a runner on first.
We're going to go to our PLW meteorologist, Logan Christie, down in the dungeon. Logan, how does it look down there on the Doppler radar? And it looks like we got some green and some reds right there. That means vicious, intense winds coming into Hideaway Field as AK goes down on a 55-mile-an-hour drop ball.
Yeah, big strikeout there by Fernandez to sit down Couts. One out here in the top of the first inning of game number 2, Trench, as Ryan Chen steps up to the plate.
Yeah, he ended game number 1. Can he start game number 2?
And Dodo says, check it out. Start pitching and play short without any pushback.
Yeah, I mean, he just made himself better.
Yeah, you know, we're really going to have to talk to the ones and ask about the tinfoil thing. Seeing a lot of guys go with it here.
Maybe it produces some magnetism that draws the wiffle ball into the bat. I'm not sure, but it's working out for Ryan Chen all year long. Uh-oh. Chopper. Goes to 2. Makes a throw. Can't get it to the backstop. Chen will be safe at first. Force out at second.
That's going to bring Goot into the box. Gutierrez, a big bat here for the ones. Looking to make work here Fernandez as he delivers. And watch that in for a ball. 1-1 count.
Greg Kelly. I love him. See a message. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. Looks like there's a little chat between the Fernandezes. And I think he was saying pitch him outside right there as he did. And that's going to end the inning. No runs, a rare no runs for the ones in an inning as we're going to go into the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Fernandez finding double nickels there to freeze Goot. Bringing these Bombers up to bat right now.
There it is, the Doppler saying we got 18-mile-an-hour wind coming into the north-northeast. Longitude 42 over 40. Barometer looks like it's dropping fast. Make sure you get your masks on immediately and get some fresh oxygen as we're going to have a storm cell brewing here in a second, Ethan.
Yeah, you can see the dust pushing in from the desert plains here in Vegas. Looking to make this thing a hazy one, Trench.
Yeah, and it's a lot worse than it looks. I think on camera, it doesn't show as bad. I mean, that's still pretty bad as palm trees are pretty stiff. Night sky falling here on the Las Vegas Valley. And look at GK. He loves what's happening. He loved that Logan put the camera, his cell phone up to the camera. And if GK is given like the thumbs up or love it, you know you're doing an incredible job.
Yeah, definitely. GK right on top of things here when it comes to all things production in the PLW.
Yeah, and I mean, I hate to bring it up, but there was this one time, and it just cracks me up that I was coming to see if he wanted a cup of coffee, and he was having a bad day, man. And I've had some nightmares about that still. We've corrected it, but, I still have to see somebody every couple months just to make sure I'm right in the head.
Oh, man, the Mets are legends.
He plays for the Legends, Smerant. He's the shortstop. We lock it down over there. On Tuesday night, we play the Vaders. Make sure you tune in. You'll see us over there on the left-hand side. Smitty, subscribing. Way to go.
Yeah, Fernandez looking to start things off here for the Bombers. Watching that in 2-1 count.
Not enough. Should be an easy play for Barrick. If it hits your hands, you have to make that play. He didn't need to hop. He doesn't even have any hops. All he had to do was just grab it. That's going to be an error on Dobbs, and he's not going to hear the end of that in our chat that we have going on.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where the wind was a factor. That ball probably would have fell somewhere between left field and shortstop, but the wind carrying it out there to the wall. Dobbins just not being able to sit underneath of it and make the play. Bounces off his hands, hits a wall for a triple.
Yeah, all he could do really is put his hands on his hips.
It's going to bring Mateo up to the plate, watching that in for ball 1 count. As we see these guys debate whether that was a hit or an error.
Man, people definitely check their stats, no doubt. In wins like this, you can't even. What can you do?
What can you call it, We'll leave that up to the board. As Mateo goes long, far, deep, out of here. 2-run shot. Bombers up 2-0.
Man. For a dude compacted in a body that's about 5'3", he explodes for a 2-run shot into the Hollis tree. And I know Hollis, if he's watching, is loving that. We named that tree after Hollis because he put about 25 home run balls in that tree one season. One of them went over.
Now brings a man to the plate who can probably change the name of that tree, Trench.
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer. He's going to watch that in for a strike at 51. Watch that in for a ball. 1-2.
Oh, good pitch by AK-47 for out number 1.
That was a big out to get as you bring another one of the Fernandez brothers to the plate. These Fernandez brothers are really, really solid hitting.
Wow,
Look at Dad Big Al.
that touched the outside bar right there, barely for 0-2. And that's going to ice him on a 60-mile-an-hour fastball. And you have to remember, at 43.5 feet, I believe our pitching mound is, it's equivalent to what you'd see like in the majors as far as reaction time.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, you wonder why they're only throwing 55, they're lobbing in there. You don't realize how close these pitchers are to the batters and how difficult this wiffle ball actually is to hit.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking split second before that ball's in there as Big Al takes a cut, still down.
Yeah, a lot of science went into creating the PLW for sure, Trench. A lot of trial and error, and I think we got it right here.
Yeah, we're doing it. Gets him on a 61-mile-an-hour ball. Those Fernandez family tree likes him coming in hot, and it's going to cost him as we're going to go into the top of the second. The ones down 2-1. And I think
2-0.
we got 2-0. We got some new fans up there on the container. Old OG Dave Norton out there, cowboy hat. Tannic probably hasn't seen him in quite some time. He used to come out and every once in a while play co-ed. And let me tell you, he looks like a beast. But the guy's just a cuddly bear. He carries around this little book that he draws in. And let me tell you, this dude, he could paint, he could hand pencil art, anything. And he has all this work in his little book. Beautiful, beautiful stuff that he does. An unbelievable talent that he is. You never know what somebody's talent could be. If you looked at it
I would never
you never guess that. But he brings this little diary, and he every once in a while will just sketch, and you'll be like, dude, did you draw that? And it's like, it could be anything. It could be a horse. It could be this. It could be that. Beautiful stuff. As the ones over there having a good old time.
It's going to bring Spencer Barrick to the plate here to lead things off, top of the second.
Yeah, Barrick doing things. Look at the Dragon Lady. What's it like to be the Dragon Lady on a Saturday night? I'm curious. I wonder, because there's no happy hour on Saturday night, but she probably creates her own happy hour, I'd imagine.
Definitely curates our own. As we see Spencer watching that one in for a nasty tink-tink, 2-2 count.
Yeah, it's like you think it's going to go over the bar right there. It doesn't. Hits top bar, evens up the count, 2-2.
And Barrick's going to rip a triple to lead things off here in the top of the second for the ones.
Let me tell you, he might get some vegan taco for that one.
And that's going to bring Apple Zoller up to the plate.
Yeah, the applesauce coming in the lineup right now.
Did see him take... Ooh, he wears that one there.
Wow.
I did see him take a few deep-end warm-ups. He said he wasn't going to do that in the game, but...
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I'd like to see him prove himself wrong here.
Right back to AF. Easy play for out number one as Barrick stranded on third. Jay Spur up to bat right now.
He's going to rope that one foul for a long strike. 0-2 count. Runner on third. The one's down 2-0 in the top of the second.
They'd love to get a few across right here. And remember, Alex Fernandez, he's a little bit more of a finesse pitcher, and as you said pre-game too, that he's more of a strike thrower than the other two guys, and I think he has a little bit more deception with his speeds. Oh, is it going to go through the gap? And it does, and that's just, we got to close that gap somehow. On a play like that, it shouldn't cost you an extra base right there. You make a great play, you're almost the shortstop, and then it goes over to that side is just, man.
Yeah, it's really, really rough on the defense, and that's an unfortunate mistake that happened there, and that's going to score a run for the ones.
I mean, I don't even know if it's a mistake. You're giving it your all right there, and it rolls 20 feet. Goes in that gap. Tough luck. We'll call it tough luck.
Tough luck, yeah. So Adam Counts is going to step into the box. 0-2 count. Fernandez is going to miss upstairs with that one. Moving the count 1-2. Spurrier out there on second base. Counts is going to look to put him over home plate as he goes. As he likes to say, Santa Maria. yeah, deep for a 2-run shot.
Man, it's amazing when you could kind of feel the energy of a player before they play in a series, and I was heavy on Adam, AK-47 Couts, putting up some good numbers. I think he's a little upset that he broke that 19-game hitting streak, and he is wide open here this series. I think that might be his second or third home run. Is that his third spot?
Believe so.
Man, as Ryan Chen, who I believe already has 3 on the night, is up to bat. I'm sorry, 4.
4.
One pitch.
Back to back.
Just exploding off the bat, and that chain wasn't even able to be put away. Spencer Barrick's just going to hold it for the whole inning, it looks like, as he'll be again anointed the home run king. Look at that. He's been married to that chain for about 2 seasons now.
Yeah, Chen made quick work of that hanging breaking ball, throwing it right out over the center field wall.
I love seeing him hit home runs. He probably has the best home run swing as far as like the look of it. He
It's
just
all business.
unloads. Like there's other guys that like, they definitely crush it. The Hickses and the Taniks and, Ledays and all these guys hit far home runs. But when Chen hits a home run, it's just a different type of feel.
It's out of the ballpark trench in under 2 seconds.
He just crushes it. Because it looks like he puts every ounce of energy that he has into a home run swing. It's Goose. This might go, though. And it does. And it goes right to Mama Fernandez. That's the Fernandez mom. Oh, man. And she throws it right back in anger at Goots right there. And I don't know if Alicia's going to take a liking to this. Is it back to back to back?
It's back to back to back trench. 3 bombs here from
Oh,
the
man.
the
Watch
top of the
this.
second.
There might be a little feud between Mama Fernandez and Alicia.
Quite possibly, Trench. As Barrick steps in.
Barrick finally had to get rid of the chain to get up to bat.
As you see him foul that one off on a check swing.
Yeah,
there.
she's a little upset right now. Spencer, every time he gets out of the way of the ball, it's like a spear was thrown at him. Oh, gets diced up right there with a nice curveball. Gannon rings him up on the third base side. Man, it's too bad that the people on TikTok aren't coming over to Twitch to watch this game right now.
Missing out on all those extra shenanigans we got going on here
the
in
instant
the PLW.
replays and the zoom ins. You
replay.
can't even see
Yeah.
the home runs on that thing. Oh, and Bird.
Oh, no, but Lonell Simmons is going to drop that, and the rookies are shaping up to not be in shape, Trench, as you've seen a couple errors out there today from the Bombers, rookies in the outfield.
I mean, that could end the inning, but now Jay Spur has his chance. And this should end it, Alex, on the fly, but it looks like it goes foul, as Mama Fernandez said that she was instructed to throw the wiffle ball back in, and she did with quite some force at Goots right there. That's going to end the inning. But the damage has been done, giving up 5 runs right there. You saw back
To back.
home runs into that inning. It went AK, Chen, Goots. Real good stuff right there. I'm more concerned about the feud that we might have between Mama Fernandez and Alicia Gutierrez right there, as it looked like Mama put a little bit more oomph on that ball when she threw it back in, as Goots was rounding second right there, Ethan.
Yeah, there was definitely a little bit of intention behind that throw right at Goots.
Man.
As we see the Bombers down 5-2 now. But you know what, Trench? This game ain't over.
It's not even close to over.
Early here in game number 2, moving into the bottom of the second. The Bombers still got a bat.
Looks like she's maybe messaging her lawyer to see if she could take some action on some of those home run balls. I didn't get to bet the game. I forgot. I forget a lot when I commentate.
You know, you get tied
in general,
up in
just
it.
in my life.
We're
I
in here
forget
with
a
the
lot.
chat. All the guys. Oh,
Kirby Bucket goes commando roll on that, but goes upright. I wonder if GK installed a gyroscope on Kirby Bucket, so no matter what, he lands right side up.
Quite possibly, the way the weights in that thing are. As Jake Shirley's going to get in at bat here as he watches that one in for strike number 2, 0-2 count.
I went out to the dry lake bed with GK when he was doing some testing on Kirby Bucket, and man, the rigorous testing with the logs and the dunes, and he had to go through like 6 inches of water. And this is what it produces. Look at that jump.
A little hot, a little steamy there. 57. Shirley's going to watch it in for ball 1, 1-2 count.
Yeah, we talked about this before. If you're a pitcher, you do not want to lose some of these guys that are batting in the 5-6 hole that haven't seen a lot of action, and that's exactly what you want to do right there. 52 pan for out number 1 as Alex Fernandez up to bat. I call him AF. Whoa. Okay. Oh, good pitch by Adam Couts right there. As there's Coleman, he's all about strikeouts and dingers. Hanging out with Brad Ogden. It's a Legends takeover. You know what one of my favorite sounds are, Ethan?
What's that? The pop of a hot cocoa.
We're popping hot cocos up here. It is Saturday night, and Trench is getting lively.
Bonus wiffle Trench.
I mean, it's bonus wiffle. It's bonus hot cocos. How could you not? It's going to be a 1-1 count. Here in the Premier League wiffle, we start with 1 strike, and we are a 55 mile an hour and under league. You can throw it hotter than 55, but if it hits the pan without a swing, then it would be a ball. And Mateo launches his 3rd ball, and he's hacking away at the Hollis tree bit by bit, like a beaver taking down a tree. Maybe Mateo's nickname should be Little Beaver.
Yeah, maybe, because he just absolutely chopped that one right out of here.
And look at Mama Fernandez, a big smile across her face. She might go get that ball and put it on her mantle for Christmas time, or maybe as a stocking stuffer.
TB52 stepping into the box.
5-3 ones. They needed that one.
Bombers chasing 2 now.
And Foot Mob is saying, Mateo's my new favorite player. I wonder if he would have struck out there if Foot Mob would have said that. I don't know.
You know, to be your favorite player, you got to ride with him through the down times, too.
Is he going to ride with Mateo, the Little Beaver?
It's kind of like being a Kanye fan, you know? You gotta ride with him through the down times.
Count's going to be 1-2 to TB52 Bomber.
It's going to push the count 2-2 with 2 outs here. Trevor Bauer looking to keep his team alive here in the bottom of the second.
Oh, and Bauer demolishes that one way out of here. TB52, and the sirens are going off. The Dragon Lady is going to be real happy. And I got a question. What stiff neck, Ethan? What vertebrae is not aligned right here?
Yeah, Trevor Bauer just got a hold of that one and sent a moonshot out of hideaway.
Yeah, we talked about it before. It's just about getting back into the dugout. Give up the 1 or 2 solo shots. That's fine. It happens. Wind's blowing out. That one probably wasn't wind aided. He put a lot of power into that. But you just need to get back in there and score some runs as Max flares it. But Chen on the run, tough play. Calls off Barrick, who's a defensive specialist. But the inning is over. The Bombers come back with a couple right there. 5-4 going into the top of the third, Ethan.
Yeah, the ones are going to be looking to put some more runs up. As last inning, we saw them go back to back to back jacks out of here at the hideaway. They're up right now, 5-4, Trench.
Yeah, you got to come back into the dugout up. That's the main focus if you're out there on defense. I don't care if you're up 8-4, give up a couple home runs, get back in up 8-7. Whatever you must do to be up and come back into your dugout to grow that lead even more. Because at the end of the game, it's going to come down possibly to who's going to mercy who, and you got to be having the bat in your hands.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you're going to need to put up 3 or 4 runs every inning right now to hang with the other team as we see the ball just flying out of the hideaway tonight, Trench.
Yeah, no pitcher right now is safe. You're watching some of the best pitchers in the game, Max, Alex, Chen, Couts, Goots, and they're all going to get roughed up because of this win. So you just got to minimize the damage as AK-47 once again takes a man hack, but comes up a little winded right there. He's going to have to check his bat. He's always testing out that bat for minuscule things that might not work as he misses really bad.
It's going to bring Ryan Chen up to the plate. The one out here in the top of the third.
Wavy, I see that you hate ads if you have an Amazon Prime account. Log in, you get a free subscription on Twitch. Make it Premier League Wiffle, and then you're locked in every single month. Free, no ads. You've heard it here first. Thanks for coming to my Trench Talk.
Yeah, I believe you can actually put into the chat, !Prime, and it'll take you right over the instructions how to do that.
You got to go straight Optimus Prime on that. There's Mateo hanging out with Tarantino's. We'll go over that in a minute as well. Oh, good take by Chen.
And that's going to do it for Fernandez.
And
that's a big walk.
It looks like Alex is going to Trevor Bauer, who placed a ball in left center on the mound, and he's rocking those pastel pink socks. Let's get a zoom in on those.
Yeah, breaking out the pink the day before Mother's Day.
Yeah, we'll go over Mother's Day in a minute.
Getting a little active there, about to take TV 52 out.
I mean, basically, Ethan, PLW doesn't exist without mothers. So this would be, I guess, a good time to acknowledge all the mothers out there that have made Premier League Wiffle possible, birthing all these children, all these wiffle ball players. Let's honor them right now. PLW Nation in the chat.
I'm going to say we need some bit cheers for that.
Give some bit cheers. Say hi to your moms, your loved ones, maybe some that aren't here. Love them too. Love other people's moms, like the Fernandez's moms.
And the mothers of the PLW that really put this together and make things happen, being supportive of their guys on the field week in and week out.
Yes. It's Mother's Day tomorrow, man. I'm gonna bring my mom to go eat, I think. Maybe I'll have her have a hot cocoa or something.
As we see Bauer finishes his warm-up there, that's going to bring Gutierrez up to the plate, who we've seen go yard a couple times tonight.
Look at that. Look at that. The PLW Nation is going crazy thanking their mothers and wishing them a happy Mother's Day. And I got to be honest, Ethan, I'm pretty good at ideas and drumming up some things, and I can't believe I didn't have a idea of a graphic for Happy Mother's Day. How could I not think of that? I think of everything. Man, mad at myself now. It's Barrick. 2-1. Lays off. Good right there.
Yeah, Bauer's going to need to find command of the zone here if he wants to stick around in this one. As you see him hone in there for strike number 2.
And Gannon lets out a big strike on that left side.
That's going to move the count to 2-2. With 2 outs, a runner on first.
In the dirt, it's going to fill up the count.
Yeah, the Bombers really, really need Bauer here in this game. Cannot afford to walk here. Is
And
going
he
to let
does.
that go. Yeah, ball 4.
Ball 4, Barrick to first, and then Chen to second. You know what's really great about switching from TikTok to Twitch is on TikTok, you don't know the score or the count or how fast the ball's coming in. And that's super important if you're trying to watch Premier League Wiffle.
Yeah, understanding those factors that go into the PLW are very important. So, you want to go ahead, click on that link right in our profile, get on over here to Twitch.
Oh, my God.
Bird's going to get in at bat here, but he's going to sit
at
down
this.
swinging.
Oh, man. Yeah, the Bombers are going to come up down only 1, and that's what they needed to do right there. Not give up any, get right back in and take the lead, put some pressure back on the ones. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a rubber match right here if the Bombers could let loose here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, it seems like the winds are calming down a slight bit, not too much, Trench, but I think it's going to be another one of those situations. It's going to be the team that can put up those 5 or 6 runs in an inning to really get ahead.
I wonder if the Wiffle gods have mothers. I would
They're the
think, huh?
gods.
They are the mothers.
They are the mothers. They're
The creators of the
creators
wiffle
of all
ball.
creation.
Unbelievable.
This Big Al's going to lead things off for the Bombers here in the bottom of the 3rd.
As Kirby goes back into his little cave over there. Maybe that's why we have the gap. We should have a sign over there, just call it the gap.
The gap. As a former third baseman, I agree with that one. That gap is a menace. Big Al's going to take that one outside, 2-1 count.
The pitching style of AK, when he throws that off-speed submarine pitch, it is really, really difficult to locate because sometimes it comes in hot and hits the outside pan like that. But then when he takes a lot off, it slides in super early, and your brain just can't time it up sometimes.
Yeah, he's one of the few submariners out here in the PLW as he sits down. Big Al there.
Oh, that wasn't a very good swing at a Big Al. I mean, when it hits you in the hip, you probably should lay off of it. I love Big Al, man. We go after each other all the time.
And there we see it as soon as I said something about the winds dying down.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it with Logan and Kyle Etter down there. They went to the PLW Doppler team and checked out what it was going to be like, and it was 18 mile an hour northeast, which means out of the park. Anything north.
Anything north is out of here as the field faces that direction. As Lionel Simmons is going to watch that in for a ball, 2-2 count.
Whipping up real good.
Ooh, careful. Yeah, the Bombers are going to look to add some runs on here.
Yeah, Beaver Inspector, he's asking if it ever rains here, and it rained, I believe in 2017. It was a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember that day?
It rained not too long ago, actually. A couple weeks ago.
That wasn't rain. Like some drops came out of the sky. Did snow here last year. I think we have some footage of that. Lonell Simmons, long fly ball, right center, right to Spencer Barrick as he does a sumo squat to grab that one.
Yeah, the veteran Barrick making quick work of that one, being able to adjust to these wind conditions and sit right under to make the out. 2 outs here. In the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, 2 outs. Ooh. Monitor went out, huh? Not good. As Alex Fernandez goes to spur, has to make a throw, and he does. Did the plug come undone? Oh, and we got it back.
Just goes to show how vicious that wind is, Trench.
It's just taking out plugs on the monitor. And the ones do what they have to do.
Yeah, making quick work of the Bombers there.
Listen, we called an 8-6 game prior to game number 2. Will it hold? Or are the ones going to put up like 5 or 6 right here, a possible walkout of Bauer, then Max probably or Mateo comes in. We're going to have to see. As it looks like.
Yeah, 9 spot would actually do it for him, Trench, with the 10-run rule. Well, actually, no, because they're the home team, so they'll still get their at-bat, but putting up that 15 could end it.
Getting a little closer to that 500 viewer mark. Listen, TikTok, help us out over here and help yourself out. You're watching from one camera angle. It's, about 10% of everything that we do here. Get on over to Twitch so you can see camera angles, instant replays. Got the Skycam operator over there, Jesse Caps, making sure zooming in on all the players and balls being hit. And, of course, we got all our graphics so you know what inning it is, how many outs, what the score is, what teams are playing, how hot the wiffle ball's coming in. There's Logan Christie and Kyle Etter doing work down there in the dungeon. And we got the new dungeon cam so you can see the guys working all the equipment down below the commentating booth as Trevor Bauer walks out on, I believe, 4 straight pitches. And we're going to have to see Mateo jump on the mound. And Kirby is going to come out there doing what he does on a Saturday night. It looks like he's a little slower. Might have got into the hot cocos.
Yeah, a little slowed down Trench. He's got those couple different speed variants you can go to. Oh,
and
no.
immediately he gets out there and you could see that whatever GK did, I think he put in some was it nitrous?
Yeah, nitrous.
Or nitros or whatever. And just immediately is just running around. It looks like he's turning better without flipping over as well, as his drivetrain is doing pretty good.
Yeah, Mateo's going to come in here, do a big spot with a runner on first base and no outs, facing the ever-powerful Adam Couts. Kirby's been all over the place tonight, huh, Trench?
Yeah, I mean, he's just making his rounds. It's what he does. He loves being out here with the guys. And then he goes back home, hangs out with GK and his dog Colonel. They go on walks together. I saw Colonel in the bucket one time. I'm sure he gets a lot of highs and hellos from the ladies when you got a little dog in a Kirby bucket. AK-47 up to bat right now as the winds start to swirl around big time. And GK Rabbit says the Colonel hates Kirby. Oh, man, maybe that's some of the damage that has been done that GK doesn't want to talk about.
There's some beef at home.
There's a little bit of tension between Kirby and Little Colonel. And maybe that's why we had some technical difficulties with Kirby that GK doesn't want to talk about, but old Trenchy just figured it out. 2-1 count to Couts, and Couts
Santa Maria
goes yeah. And you could smell that one about 142 feet over the container as the chain gang gets a little lippy. And you're going to anoint him once again. Is that his 5th home run of the series?
I believe so. You know what, Trench? That's going to put him 2 off of that record.
Yeah, and there's
another
still
game to play.
Another game to play and 2 more innings here. And I think Chen has 4, if not 5. What are the numbers?
Oh, that swing there, Chen
even when he misses, it
one.
looks like he hit a home run. Watch the follow through; it looks like he hit it out. Mateo, watch out for the sidestep right here. Yeah, I think Chen's at 4. I think Couts might be at 4 or 5, but I think it's 5. I think, yeah, because last time we were wondering how many Chen hit, and we're like, that's number 4.
Yeah, it's definitely at number 5 now.
Big shot to Alex. Should be an easy play, though. Good defense for out number 1 as Adrian Gutierrez up to bat. And GK's kind of acknowledging a little bit that the Kirby and Colonel, it's a sore subject. That might go. And Gooch thought it was a pop-up. And the wind in that tier 2. And if I'm Ryan Chen, I got to be a little bit down on myself, as that would have been the first time in PLW history 2 back-to-back-to-backers in the same game.
Yeah, you know what? Also, on that's going to make Goot's 4th home run of the night.
Man, both Goot,
Couts,
Chen, they're on pace to hit that 6 or 7 mark.
They're chasing the record right now, Trench.
A lot of ribbies being produced out of these guys as Spencer Barrick up to bat. And you can see a lot of hate on Chen right now. A lot of those people wanted to see the triple back. Instead, they just got the broke back from Chen right there. Little suspect of that side step from Mateo. It only hits every so often.
Barrick is going to go down, strike 3 there, swinging at a ball.
Yeah, that was a meaty swing out of Barrick. What's that? Here's Scotez Dobbins up to bat. Kind of quiet on the night as the rest of the ones are kind of handling the load.
Dobbins takes that one in. 2-1 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. One's up 8-4. Make that 9-4.
And Mama Fernandez almost caught that one. I would have counted that as an out if she did. But, I mean, they are really going. They're tattooing her left and right like she's at the parlor.
Yeah, Dobbins heard you said quiet night. He said, not no more, Trenchy.
Bang. These guys are going all after on Mother's Day even Ethan, going straight after her. No regards whatsoever for the day tomorrow.
No sympathy.
Wow. She might come right down on that ladder and go mom crazy on the ones.
One more of those, she might have to go stand over there.
Remember there was that boxer that one time? He was getting beat up and the mom came in the ring and started hitting the other boxer with a purse or whatever? Oh, no. Maybe she needs to be a Lightning member with hands like that.
She might even be able to take that starting shortstop role, Trench.
As it is vacant. A lot of spin on this one. Alex will make an easy play right there for out number 3, but the ones up 9-4, and that's the kind of lead that you wanted to drum up right here in the 4th inning, as the Bombers are going to have to make some noise here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, chasing 5, Trench. They're going to need to put some runners on base, hit some dingers, get some runs across to really catch up here.
Weekly injury report just subscribed as well. Love to see that. And subscribed with Prime. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, as we tallied up the numbers, 86.7% of all Americans have Amazon Prime, which means you get a free subscription on Twitch every single month. You don't have to watch ads. You get more points when you watch. Just getting rid of those ads in general it goes from our level of sound, and then an ad comes on, bang, through the roof. It could be the most annoying thing on the planet.
And you might miss one of those big moments, a big shot in the bottom of the 6th to win
back-to-back commercial. That's all. I'm gonna leave it right there. And that one's going. State Farm is there.
Yeah.
You're not in good hands.
Jake pops across the screen.
Yeah, you're not in good hands over there. You're in good hands when you subscribe. Not with Allstate. You want to come after me, Allstate?
And it looks like the ones.
I got a PLW lawyer team. I'm not afraid.
Looks like the ones are going to go to Chen here in the bottom of the 4th, looking to close things out here against the Bombers. The ones are chasing the sweep tonight as they need 3 wins to put themselves tied at first place with the Vaders.
I mean, we're not going to call sweep yet. There's a lot of game going on, but if they did happen to sweep the Bombers, let's just say they even take the series 2-1. Do you know who they have to face the next 6 games?
Who's that?
The Sand Vipers, who are red hot. Tannic hat backwards. He's locked in. Hicks is doing his thing. Tavano on pace to possibly be Rookie of the Year with Eder and Will Morris and all the guys down there. So they have a tough hill to climb.
Yeah, definitely a tough hill to climb, especially with these next 2 weeks, each team facing each other back to back.
Yeah, and Gannon, I mean, the ace in the hole right there on the mound, basically that's a game winner every time he steps on the mound. You know why Saturday Night Whiffs is great?
Why is that, Trench?
Because Monday comes around basically a day later. You know what that means.
Monday night whiffs.
Monday night whiffs, and I'm going to go over a little bit of the schedule. And as I was talking about, Monday night, Sand Vipers, Bombers, in a mega matchup for both those squads.
Yeah, the Bombers are going to take some, they've already taken 1 L tonight, so they really need to battle back here and get some wins. If not, they are going to be looking at fighting out of a hole there against the red-hot Sand Vipers.
And then on Tuesday night, we got our work cut out for us because we have to face for 2 weeks in a row the Vedas. And the Vaders behind Billy Santiwan. And that knuckleball is disgusting. So we're going to face them Tuesday night. Ethan Ibarra, Kyle Eder, Billy Santiwan, Tanner Roundy, Stepna, Gio Battistoni. Just an all-star lineup over there in Vader Nation. Our legends are going to have to show as Chen puts one inside, 1-1. I'll go over the rest of the lineup here in a sec. Good pitch. Screwball to Max as we approach 500 viewers here on Saturday night. This is bonus wiffle time, Ethan.
That's going to come in a little hot at 60. Moving the count 2-2. Runner on first base, 1 out.
Winds died down substantially.
This might have played out for the ones here with the winds dying down. Up 9-4. It might not be as easy to get the ball out of the ballpark, especially with a guy like Chen on the mound.
Listen, 5, 10, 15 miles an hour as wind. Nothing that Spencer Barrett could do other than just get in front of that one. As the Bombers have 2 runners on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, and they're just a couple hits away from being right back up in this game. Big Al takes a man hack at that one as he's going to have to check the prescription of those bifocals to make sure he's locked in. 70-mile-an-hour speedball. Big Al doesn't bite.
Yeah, Big Al going down swinging.
He bites on that one.
2 outs here for the ones in the bottom of the 4th. I like that pitch by Chen there. Speed up Big Al, former baseball player, drafted in 97 by the Yankees.
That's incredible. I just graduated high school in 97 as Lonell takes a cut.
Just goes to show the amount of talent out here in the PLW. As the rookie Simmons washes that one for a ball. 1-2 count.
This would be a big out for the ones crew as they want to get back up and maybe try to end this thing. And if they mercy early, that just saves innings for their main pitchers as he strikes out Lonell in a sick curveball. That's going to do it for them as the ones are going to go back up in the top of the 5th inning, up 9-4. And I want to go over a little bit of the some of our matchups going into next week. We got Wednesday. This is kind of a big matchup as well. The Warbirds going into Night Owl City. Kyle Lohman just got traded from the Lightning to the Night Owls. They're going to look stellar. I think Stein or Dalby will be there for that one. And the Warbirds that just dominated the ones last time they played. Looks like they have a resurgent Buck Burner that's seeing the ball well. James Perez. And look at that. Logan says, I'm the Night Owls manager, and I'm working the dungeon. We're going to put some hurt on those boys. James Perez, the rookie. Man, he put up some numbers. I wonder if you guys have any numbers that he put up against the ones. He kind of emerged. And Buck Burner, James Perez, when you guys emerge at the same time, man, that creates a hurricane of runs.
Yeah, and it just goes to show the amount of competition in this league. One of the teams at the bottom of the barrel in the standings against, the ones right at the top of the league, and just being able to come in and sweep is a big shout out to those guys being able to come through, especially with the lack of dodos in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, they played for dodos as AK-47 steps in the box, takes ball number 1. He goes left side, and that's going to be a double. Man, he is seeing the ball well tonight. That's what I love about PLW. 1 week, you might be not doing so hot, not seeing the ball that great, but the best players in the league rebound, and you can see that at an AK-47 tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He's been hot with the bat tonight after having a not-so-hot night earlier this week. As you see Ryan Chen step into the box.
Oh, no.
But Shirley,
Wow.
that ball was knuckling at him out there in left field. Makes easy work of that one.
Chen can't believe that Shirley got that with the movement on that thing. That's going to be out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. And that's going to go through the 5-6 hole as Adam Couts is going to score, and Goots is putting together a pretty good series as well as they score their 10th run as they're starting to get closer to that 15-run mark, which would automatically end the game. But they got some work to do as Spencer Barrick is up to bat. Spinner, back to Mateo, foul ball.
Yeah, Trench, if he lets that go a second longer, that might have actually came back fair with the wind that's pushing the ball once it's in the air. Electing to go ahead and touch it for a foul ball. Let his pitcher Mateo try to do the work here against Barrick.
Ooh, man. He went tomahawk crush on that.
And that one's just going to slip just to the left side of that pylon there for a foul. Mateo delivers a ball with that sidestep there, moving the count 2-2. Barrick, Mateo in a battle right now, full count. And he's going to walk him.
Good at bat by Spencer Barrick right there.
Going to bring Scottez Dobbins up to the plate. And he's going to go bye-bye, wiffle ball, home run, 3-run shot by Scottez Dobbins. One's up 13-4 here in the top of the 5th inning.
Sheesh.
The chain gang is out in full effect tonight. That's going to be his second on the evening.
Man, anointed right there. 3-bombing it. And that's going to bring a smile to Caro's face. PLW Hottie and their number 1 cheerleader, as they are just a couple runs away from ending this as Spur takes a cut right there. And she better be careful with that wind blowing through her hair.
Spur, you're going to watch that in, but a little bit hot. Moving the count 1-2.
You know, this is the difference between when one team backs up a good inning with a good inning, you know, or spaced by at least 1 inning. The Bombers kind of put together a couple duds right there and couldn't match. And then all of a sudden the ones come out looking good. Is it going to go inside the and it does. Brad Ogden says that's a fair ball as Jay Spur gets in on the action. And I wonder if Barrick's holding it once again. And I'm going to designate Spencer Barrick as the chain commander right now.
Spurrier just making work out of that hanging pitch and throwing it up over the Connex, putting the ones up 14-4. And Trench, we might see the game end right here, right now, as Adam Couts steps in the box.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to look at Couts, Chen, and Goots, all capable of ending this one with one swing. And you know that's what they're going to go for. Good pitch by Mateo. And you could see AK kind of give that little wow.
Just to show how great of a pitch that was. That ball did not even break until it was past Couts. He could do nothing with that.
Oh, and that was the pitch for AK. And they're going to have to get through Chen.
So we hear from the ones dugout telling Chen to end it. And he does. Bye-bye wiffle ball. Ball game over.
So good.
Ones win.
That's his
15-4.
His fifth home run.
That is his 5th home run of the night.
Oh man. And the game is over via mercy as Spencer Barrick once again is going jingle bells on that chain. Wow. Another mercy by the ones, and they are a powerhouse club. If you had the ones, that was an easy victory. And we thought we might see an 8-6 game, but instead we saw a 15-4 game. And so we were off a little bit.
Yeah, Trench, is what I said. If the pitchers keep the ball down in the zone, we're going to see that, 8-6 game. They left it up. We saw the mercy rule come out, and ones take it here in game number 2, 15-4.
Well, lucky for bonus whiffs, we still have one more game. The ones will be going for that sweep in 15 seconds. And we're back live, Hideaway Field. I'm Trench Bacone, hanging out with my main man, shortstop for the Legends, Ethan Wiggy Wigfield. Another mercy by the ones. It didn't look good for the Bombers. They couldn't counter strike and let their arsenal of bombs out on the ones. We're going to go into game number 3. Let's see who the starters are before you guys go crazy with your wiffle ball points, as Alex Fernandez is going to look for his game 3 starter. It might be Mateo.
Yeah, I might see Mateo out here. And just want to take a moment. Also, after this game number 3, we're going to be going over to PLW Gaming, a new channel by
talk
the
about
PLW.
that. That's your world.
We got Sean Mercier out.
Watch this play.
Look
at Sean Mercier.
Bottom of the 12.
Makes a play. Shallow left field to bring the game to extra innings. I believe the end of the 12th. And then they win, I believe, in the top of the 13th. Watch this play one more time. That was a good piece of hitting.
Over there rocking MLB The Show 22.
Wow.
We're going to be raiding that channel right after this game number 3.
And where it looks like we're going to have... Ask Brad, who do we got on the bump? These guys don't care. They're just dumping wiffle ball points without any knowledge right now, and I love that. And what's the matchup?
The matchup is Llewellyn and Bauer.
Listen,
Trench.
that is not a matchup I would have ever guessed with the amount of pitchers on each side. But Llewellyn is going to be starting for the ones. I think that he'll be on a short leash. They're going to see what he could do. They're going to see if he could go an inning or two. If not, of course, they could bring back Chen, AK, Jay Spur, Goots, or Bird if they wanted. And Trevor Bauer, who's been really working on his knuckleball. Hey, he might go 1, 2, 3, 4 innings. Who knows? But with the wins and what's going on, do you expect more of the same from the ones?
I expect fireworks from both sides, Trench.
Yeah, me too. I think both sides are going to explode this game. I do believe there's going to be another mercy rule, or at least close, come the 5th inning. I kind of don't know which side it's going to come from yet. And look at Trevor Bauer saying, I'll work my own Kirby. But Kirby's dead. He's taking a nap. He needed to nap out sometimes.
Late nights with dodos will do it to you.
Look at that. He's got that gangster lean a little bit. And Bauer's going to get up there. And he's always wanted to kind of pitch.
Yeah, he's been working on it a bunch this season, Trench. Even into last season in the fall, we saw him out here getting that work in. And Bauer's one of those guys that will eventually come around. But I got to say, this matchup with Bauer against Llewellyn will be the fireworks.
The ones are minus 5.5. Don't forget to get your bets in. Man, I mean, that they covered easy.
In that case, game. You know what? I think the bats might come alive a little bit more for the Bombers. Minus 5.5, super generous to the ones. So I gotta go plus 5.5 for the Bombers on this one.
I mean, it's hard not to go plus 5.5. I mean, they scored 4 the second game. They probably could have scored another 2 or 3. I mean, the ones are going to have to put up double digits one more time. I like it. They do score a bunch of runs. And it looks like J-Dub
Yeah,
He's a ones fan, but he ain't going nowhere as the Snappers are ascending. Remember, they've been in the last three, all three PLW championships, have only won one of them, very LeBron-esque. But this year, they think they have what it takes to get back into the mix of things and possibly win another championship. And there might be a winner this year and crowned for the second time, and that obviously hasn't happened in PLW history. It went Snappers, Ones, Sand Vipers. Could it be the Bombers? Could it be the Legends? Could it be the Cajuns?
A lot of competing teams, Trench.
A lot of competing teams, but the Ones, Snappers, and Vipers all in the mix. Each have a chip.
Yeah, and those Snappers have actually been on an 8-game win streak, Trench.
Oof, that's 2.5 series right there. That's really, really good. So what, they swept 2 teams and took 2 more?
Yep.
Man, I didn't know that. That's Jay Spur.
Going to start this one off with a ground ball to Fernandez. He's going to throw that one, and that is going to be in the turf and put a runner on early for the Ones here in the top of the first.
No wind, middle of the backstop. Wind, turf. It's as simple as that. And the wiffle ball gods are howling right now. And if you're Trevor Bauer, you're like, I wish you would have made that play, but it does happen as AK-47 pops in the box. Is it going to have enough?
It is. Bye-bye, wiffle ball.
That's
Santa Maria.
Is that his 6th home run of the night?
It's 5th or 6th home run for Couts right now. We're going to have to check that stat with the head umpire with the iPad down there.
You know who's going to need a night off is this chain. They're going to have to bring it to a jewelry shop and probably get it
washed,
maybe
and
repaired.
A bit. Yeah, it's taking a beating here tonight as the chain gang has been out all night.
Man, Couts, phenomenal night. How many home runs is that for Couts? Somebody give me a number, as Chen, who hit his 5th, is up to bat right now. Ooh. Ball comes in, 2-1. No outs here. Game number 3. Ones lead it 2-0.
Chen's going to look to make it another back-to-back situation. The way he's swinging the bat right now, he is looking for nothing but homers, Trench.
Yeah, especially on a 3-1 count. You know Bauer's going to try to hit the pan. Oh, and he doesn't get under it enough, but that's going to be a double right to Pocket Radar. Want to thank them for doing what they do to make sure we have the speeds correct right here at Hideaway Field. Here's Goots. You know, it's kind of like last night when it was like Hicks, Tannic, and Tavano all were lighting it up. Well, it's AK, Chen, and Goots are kind of doing their thing, and then, the Spurs of the world are doing what they're doing as well.
This Goots going to take that one in for strike 2, 1-2 count.
The Snappers have won 13 of their last 15, and that is something to be said.
Red hot.
Man, and Taylor Briner's just getting better.
Yeah, he's just getting going, coming off that hand injury. Was in a cast earlier on in the season. The cast is gone. The hand is back. It's free. And he is absolutely dominating the league back where he was last season.
Yeah, Bauer strikes out. Goots right there. And not for nothing, I rarely see Taylor Briner in a windy game like this, or at least as many as this. A lot of these Ones and Bombers, and sometimes not so much the Sand Vipers, but they did have a decent game last game. Can you imagine Briner and Weber in the wind?
Nuts. And just to add to that, you got to throw J-Dub in there.
Yeah, he's having a stellar little year.
Another one of those guys that can take you a yard as we see Barrett go up the middle. And that's going to score a run as we see him hit a base hit there. Chen's going to come home to score. One's up 3-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go over a couple more matchups in this week. I was talking to Tannic a little bit earlier. Has the hardest schedule to end the season?
Who's that?
The Legends. We go like Vaders,
Snappers.
Snappers.
We got Warbirds
We end
in
with
there,
the ones, and then we have like the Warbirds in there that just swept
who
the
just
ones.
swept the ones. So it
We
just
gotta-
goes to show what we're up against. But all these teams, they got a lot of battles up ahead. You got the Sand Vipers going in against the Bombers for 2 weeks.
I love it.
A lot of really good whiffs coming in, and just another reason.
This is going to have enough. No, Jake Shirley right there. Warning track power. It's going to be out number 2 as Tyler Apple-Zoller Sauce is up to bat right now.
Yeah, Apples are going to get the pinch hit here. Yeah, as I was saying, man, it's just these upcoming battles are really, really,
Yeah.
really, really tight teams.
Glenn Meadows is right. The Vipers have the easiest schedule as they play the 8, 9, 10 ranked teams to end their season. So they really, really have, when they say they can run the table, they might just do that. They might win 12 in a row.
Yeah, just quite. They might possibly do that, Trench, as they do have that easier schedule. But it's going to rely on the backs of the pitching in there because, as we've seen, each one of these teams can bring the bats. When they show up in fashion. And it's going to rely on the backs of the pitchers really to get that done and shut these big bats down.
Quick 3-1 count to Tyler.
He's going to swing at ball 4 there, moving the count full 3-2 with 2 outs, a runner on first base for the ones.
I think that might have hit the pan, actually.
Full count.
232,000. Tyler Apple-Zoller makes applesauce out of that wiffle ball. A 3-run bomb out of the applesauce, and he goes Mott's on that one.
He said he wasn't going to hit a home run in warm-ups.
He lied to
and
us.
He lied. He lied. He took that one deep into the jungle gym past a Connex. He's going to put the 1 chains on. Barrick's got the chain commander position, shaking that chain. One's up big right here in the top of the first. The Bombers are going to have some work to do when they get there at bats.
And we've talked about it. That might have went off his finger right there. And that's a fair ball, and he's going to be out. But the applesauce comes through with a 3-run shot.
Got the ones up 5-0 off that.
Immediately almost covering the spread.
Yeah, a little controversy on that. The hand is part of the bat.
And somebody redeemed a signed ball.
There we go.
Look at that. Corey B wants a Kirby Bucket signed ball. If not, what does that mean? I'm confused.
That means you get a Chad Phillips signed ball.
Unfortunately. Send that down to the dungeon. Or, Logan, just make sure that we have all that information right so we could do what we do to help out Stealth Staka, who we've seen a bunch up in here in PLW. Love when people redeem things. Remember, there's a couple fans out there that have a Dodos and Trench signed ball on their mantle. And, when it's date night and maybe you met somebody new or whatnot, and you bring them over and they see the wiffle balls on your mantle, I mean, that's got to put brownie points, check marked on,
Yeah, definitely. You know what else it does, Trench? It delivers that word of mouth marketing about Premier League wiffle. Nothing gets better than a friend telling a friend about the great action we got going on.
I just met
this PLW.
this person, this guy, this girl, and I went over there, and there was this Dodos signed wiffle ball, and he showed me who this person was. And then, it just spreads from there.
He had his NFT. He got the signed wiffle ball. Is it the next Babe Ruth?
Barron.
He brought out the pink shorts tonight for Mother's Day, so we'll give him this one. But if we see him next week with the salmon shorts, we might have to
Escort him off out of Hideaway Field.
hire a stylist, maybe.
If GK's lead ump, that may be the second person he ejects out of the game.
So it's going to bring Mateo to the plate.
Oh, man. It looks like somebody brought their trench signed ball to Pawn Stars. Wonder what they got it for.
Mateo's going to watch that in for a ball, 2-1 count. 1 out here. Bombers chasing 5 here in the bottom of the 1. The 1's got out early on the Bombers with a few bombs.
Mateo to the right side. Is it going to have enough? And it does. Oppo, Boppo, and Mama Fernandez is going crazy out there. One of her 16 sons hit a home run. And they really needed that to get something going.
As you see Fernandez flex there, stepping on the mound. The Bombers needed that to get a run on the board. Chipping away here at this 1's 5-1 lead here in the bottom of the first. As Trevor Bauer steps in and takes ball 1, 1-1 count.
Oh, my God.
Back-to-back trench, backflip from Trevor Bauer.
Oh.
5-2 Bombers.
That'll wake up the Dragon Lady. When you hit it dead center, there's a lot of feet between home plate and the fence. That went about 135 on a line. As they light the bomb, that thing is lit. We're going to have to call our deactivation team to make sure we cut the blue wire right there. And Mama Fernandez adopted, I think, Trevor Bauer. He's part of the family as Max Fernandez. After that, back-to-back. Oh, man, and he was looking for that triple back. Spirit. And 55 Powers is saying, looks like we know whose shorts are better now, and that's going to go with Trevor Bauer.
Fernandez going to foul that one off. Still a 1-2 count here.
I love Waffle House in the chat saying, the Bombers are my 3rd favorite team. That's how in PLW Waffle House is, that he has 2 other teams that he loves, and he knows all the other ones, and he's saying the Bombers are my 3rd favorite.
Yeah, you know, it's a great community we got here, Trench, and all these guys interact with the chat, and it's something really, really special that we got going on. We're able to connect with people all across the world. As we see Fernandez foul that one off here. Good battle brewing between Fernandez and Llewellyn.
And I love that some of the players like Alex Fernandez or Mateo and all these guys mid-game, I love that they make comments in the chat. I did when we were playing the Cajuns, man. When they gave up those 3 runs, I was like, 8 warm-up pitches ain't enough for old Trenchy. As they demolished me. It's Max looking at a full count. Oh, and it hits the bat for a foul ball. It was going to be a walk, and he just got bailed out. Well, the Beaver Inspector has favorite players, not teams. Wonder what the Beaver Inspector's favorite 3 players are in order.
And he went right back to trying to hit the bat
That's a sneaky move. Go after the bat that's laying on your shoulder there. That is precision pitching by Llewellyn.
That's going to be a big walk there in the first inning for Llewellyn. Bring up big Al Fernandez. He swings and a miss there at strike 1.
Yeah,
strike 2.
He's been very quiet tonight. Let's see if he could come alive right here.
Yeah, definitely a quiet night from Big Al.
Big Al to the left side. They're just going to go to 2 for the easy play. Tyler Applesauce over there on the second base. Gets him out, and the ones have to be happy with only giving up 2 runs right there in the bottom of the first, as they're going to come up in the top of the second, up 5-2.
Yeah, the ones made a great defensive move there, knowing Big Al is a pull hitter, so they went ahead and stacked the infield 3 deep on the left side. It proved to work out just fine for them as Adam Couts is standing in that 5-6 hole where that ball probably would have got through for a base hit. So good on their manager Dobbins in calling his defense over for the shift.
So then on, what do we have? Thursday night. I don't know if he has enough players, but Oh, look at Kirby down low with the guys. Love seeing that. Look at the LED lights.
Are they doing burnouts on a wiffle ball? That's the Kirby
The
signed
Kirby
ball.
signed ball.
The Kirby signed
Look
ball.
at that. Did it himself. He's got tread marks on that wiffle ball. We'll get that over to, I think, who was it? I forget who it was. And there it is. There we have it in our possession right now, Ethan. A Kirby signed ball. He put his little footprint on there. An unbelievable maneuver by the guys down low. That's just GK's got to be happy about that.
I mean, it just goes to show
Nothing will
the
stop us.
PLW is capable of. Nothing will stop us, Trench. Surely wears that one there, moving the count 1-2.
Yeah, after this at bat, we'll go up top one more time to see the tracks, and there they are. I guess they're like dental imprints as well, or thumbprints. That each RC car, each Kirby has their own to as an individual.
Yeah, he's got that special tread that GK put on there to be able to maneuver around this turf out here at Hideaway Field, and that's going to leave a special mark on a ball for somebody to hang on their mantle. As we see Shirley striking out there to end the inning.
This ball could be on Unsolved Mysteries, and we know it'd be Kirby bucket. I'm going to bring it right back down to you guys, so it's a nice, safe place to put for our fan, Tom. Bring that back down there. Make sure those tire tracks are nice and on there. Great stuff we have going on here at Hideaway Field. Kirby getting in the mix. I'll even sign a ball for him as well. Oh, look at Kirby going in a nice, safe place in the dungeon. And remember, there's a 3-foot wall of cement encapsulating these guys to make sure that even if there is fallout, that they'll still be able to make sure that reruns would be able to play in PLW for our fans.
Yeah, definitely. And those reruns are huge. And
to watch them on
to
YouTube.
the league as well.
Yes.
It's where these guys go and study film week in and week out to get better and improve their game and see what they got coming up next week. It's always great to go back and watch the team you're going to face that week and see what they're
it's a lot
up
of
to.
fun.
As we see Adam Counts step in to lead things off here in the top of the second.
That ball goes into the turf.
A little hot there at 59, moving the count 2-1.
Yeah, so went over that. The Lightning are going to be playing the Snappers, we said, and the Lightning basically. I mean, what's a word that's happening to them?
Man, Trench.
Let me go to my thesaurus, GK Rabbit. If there was a word to describe the Lightning right now, give it to me on the chat while we're saying that. And then we have the Ones versus the Cajuns, May 13th. That's a Friday. I'll be on the mic for that one, and that should be a big series. The Cajuns are going to try to rebound, get back in the mix in that playoff hunt as Ryan Chen looks at a curve 12-6 coming in. A lot of people are saying disarray, fire sale, disaster, outmatched. Some of these are words that are describing the Lightning right now, Ethan.
Yeah, I like fire sale. I'm going to go with that. I think that's the best word to describe the Lightning right now as they try to climb out of the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, Titanic Chad. Oh, no.
Is he the boat or the iceberg? The boat, right? As we see Chen.
I think he's Jack.
Flare that out. That's going to be trouble for
That
the
was
Bombers
clean.
rookie.
I think the Lightning are Jack. Something good happened, getting Cody and Kyle and, met Rose and whatnot. And then he's his own iceberg, I guess. And there it is, right there. Pointless casserole with the MVP comment so far tonight. Some people are saying they're trusting the process. That's Goots up there taking ball number 2, Anthony Michael. who plays for the Lightning for now, subscribing. Oh, man.
Goot's going to take a big cut at that, but foul it back. 2-2 count. 2 runners on with no outs right now for the ones, up 5-2. Goot is going to be looking to do some damage right now for his team as he sees ball 3 in there, full count. Bauer already has a walk.
Yeah, and this would load the bases and put a ton of pressure on the next pitcher, which might be Alex Fernandez.
And there it is, ball 4, and he is going to walk out of this game. And it looks like they're actually going to go to Max Fernandez here in game number 3 with the bases juiced, no outs.
All I could say is Trevor Bauer's just getting a tiny bit better. You know, he's lasting just a little bit longer when going out. Can't do anything about that. I'm sure Dragon Lady's actually happy that he's lasting a little bit longer.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. You know, he's been getting his work in, getting the conditioning up to be able to go those extra innings, Trench.
Yeah, and there's nothing more that you'd rather see if you're the spouse of a loved one, if they could complete their mission.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it takes that extra conditioning to be able to keep going the distance here, Trench.
We got the bases loaded, no outs. This could be disastrous for the Bombers. Remember, Alex Fernandez was in the same situation. He got, I think, Spencer or Jasper to roll over into a double play. They only gave up 1 right there. So,
yeah, with 1 out, they're going to look to turn 2. And if they do hit that center backstop from second base on the turn 2, that actually does prevent the run from scoring at third, Trench.
Yeah, that's what they need right now. But Mr. Clutch himself, Spencer Barrick, up to bat.
Barrick, the chain commander, stepping into the box. Bases juiced with no outs, looking to add to this lead right now.
And look, people on the TikTok chat are saying, what's the score? Grand Slam watch here. Like, why would you not want to watch it with some great production gear that zooms in on people, instant replays? You could see all the bases. You could see commentating the Twitch chat. You'd have to come over to see great pitch by Max to hit bottom bar right there.
Yeah, not to mention that, just to add on to it is the chat, man.
Yeah.
The chat. Yeah, there's a great community here over on Twitch. It's the best place to be if you want to watch this because you're going to find friends in this from all around the world that are tuned into PLW.
Yeah, not only that, when you're on TikTok, you only get to see from home plate to pitcher. The angle that we have when the pitcher releases goes from outfield to the pan, so you could see the movement of the pitches much better than you can right here as Max walks in a run right there.
Yeah, it's going to put the ones up 6-2 and bring Dobbins up to the plate, who already has 2 home runs on the night. And just to go in on GK a little more, that new feature we got down there showing the ones lead right now, 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, the little graphics that we have, it's just like if you were watching a baseball game at home. We have the same graphics, the scores, the innings, the runners on the bases, all that type of stuff, which you just don't get over on TikTok, but you can when you get over to Twitch.
And Dobbins goes, no, Jake Shirley with the rob, and he's going to run the runner back to third so he doesn't tag. Heads up play by him there.
That was actually a mistake on Ryan Chen's part as he left the base a few feet thinking that might have gone out. If he was on third base, he probably could have cruised in for an easy tag-up situation and scored. But Tyler Apple saw up to bat. He had a 3-run jam. And there it is. Wow. Just couldn't get out.
Yeah, Apple's only going yard in his last at bat.
If you're the ones right here, you're not happy unless you score like 2 or 3 more.
He watches that into the center pan.
Look at PZ Gaming's. Holy crap. This is way better than TikTok. Of course it is. That's why we talk about it all the time.
They're going to make easy work of applesauce there.
You're not going to leave your brothers hanging when you have a product like this. It's almost like we're doing them a disservice if we don't tell TikTok to come over.
Ooh, just a little hot there at 56. And the one ones are definitely going to be hating themselves here if they leave the bases juiced with no runs across.
Kingpin Ernie gifting 5 subs to our PLW family in Twitch. That means they get to watch PLW with no ads immediately. Thank you, Kingpin. And there's a little bit of a controversy going in the Lightning clubhouse in their organization that I want to tell you about, brought up by one of the viewers at home, that since there was talk about J-Lo maybe managing the Lightning, Kyle Lohman mysteriously gets traded to the Night Owls. Is there trouble on the home front, Ethan?
You know, there might be with Chad Sparkles Phillips, in control of the ship right now. I will say that anything can happen next, especially with that trade deadline soon approaching.
Listen, the Bombers are in trouble. So Mateo walked out, right? Trevor walked out. Max walked out. They really only have Alex left as a pitcher to go the distance, and it hasn't been easy. The bases are loaded. Looks like AK-47's up with the bases juiced.
Yeah, that's going to score a run, too. So it's going to put the ones up 7-2. And it's going to put Alex in a situation now where, as you were saying, they really don't have much pitching left. So now they're going to have to throw strikes to keep him in the game. And that's going to keep the one's bats moving. And they're going to be putting the ball in play, Trench. And with the wind blowing out, we might see a few more fireworks here tonight.
Yeah, and people are asking, do we have that trade graphic up one more time? Look at the assets the Night Owls got comparatively to the Lightning. No, I mean, Nick has to meet Chad's Turtles. If that means he has to go to his house, that might be, who knows? He might not come back from that one.
Yeah, and actually, there's not going to be any more trades. I thought the trade deadline was next weekend.
It ended at midnight, I believe, last night.
Yeah, midnight last night.
And the Kingpin once again goes 5 subs deep, gifting subscriptions to random people out there on our Twitch feed right now.
I'm going to hope to say they came over from TikTok.
I love when people get involved like that.
And Trench, I believe that does kind of start that hype train a little bit. It's right around the corner.
Man.
The tracks are rumbling, but the train's not quite there yet, Trench.
Yeah, it's got to get loaded up. And Alex Fernandez ices them, and the ones wish they got some more there. They're going to have to face Alex the rest of the way. Gets out of kind of a really big jam after only a couple walks that they tacked on runs right there. They were expecting more as Pink Shorts Llewellyn goes back on the bump to see if he could perform a little bit more. I wouldn't be surprised to see Llewellyn go a couple more innings, honestly, as the Bombers having trouble making contact off him so far.
Yeah, I don't believe he has any walks yet, Trench, so he's going to look to keep that going here in the bottom of the second.
What?
So we see some bits coming in there.
Yeah, and
there it
that
is.
encapsulates Chad's season as a Lightning owner, manager, player. The one there it is, flat and lifeless.
Yeah, the Lightning came out being a playoff team
Lohman's
last
the guy.
year. He is the guy.
He's the guy. Look at that. There he is. They received Lohman, who shot an 81 on the golf course today in these hurricane winds. Dude's a monster. Llewellyn making a run, grabbing it. Halfback toss to the backstop for an out.
Yeah, Lohman definitely going to love that situation he's in now with the Night Owls trying to make a push for the playoffs here.
What if the Lightning came out on defense and they didn't have a shortstop? Here's Mateo, who's been planting a bunch of wiffle balls out of the park.
He's going to rope that one through the 5-6 hole for a base hit.
Who is Kingpin Ernie?
Dropping
the
bombs.
KPE in the house. This is his 15th sub, making sure our Twitch viewers are locked in for months at a time. And if you're on TikTok, you just don't get that service.
You don't. You got to come over here to Twitch. This Beaver says he wants no part in bets against Loman on the golf course, hitting at 81 and 9 holes. Love to see it. It's TB52, Trevor Bauer steps in the plate and watches that one go in for ball one.
And there they are, the pastel pinks.
Out here supporting all the mothers on this Mother's Day Eve as he watches ball two in.
Yeah, it's important, you know. Give your mom some love out there. Even if you're having little tiffs or, you know, problems or whatever, listen. Get over it for a day. Say your I love yous. Tell them to tune in.
Ooh,
you know, tune in
on a big strike there.
That's how you make up with your mother. You tell them to tune in Monday through Friday.
Yeah, you know, I agree with that right there, Trench. I live quite some distance from my mom. She tunes into all our games. It's a nice way to stay in contact, you know?
Yeah. You know, for all the moms out there, love you guys. And Bauer saying, looks like something happened. Short.
Okay, so fun fact for what just happened to kind of replay what was going on the field there as we see ball four.
What happened? I didn't see
out
it.
of the game. Llewellyn has dentures in.
Did they fall out?
He was trying to psych Bauer out by removing the dentures and showing him his teeth.
He tried to give him a little gummy
tried to give him a little action there to
and there's the
distract
kingpin
him.
again.
Kingpin going off
his
right
commission
now.
check must have pulled through. Wow, his 20th sub. He is the MVP of the chat right now, and the Dragon Lady's probably on notice. She notices things like this. She never wants to be outdone, but listen, only one out here in the bottom of the second. Kirby Bucket right there near Chen. 2 runners on. Couple things. Brad always says a bloop, a blip, and a whatever.
Yeah, the ones are going to go right here to Chen, looking to shut things down as the Bombers are chasing 5 in the bottom of the second. We've already seen 2 mercy run games here, Trench. This one looking like a little bit more of a similar situation with this many runs on the board here early.
Saturday night, Hideaway Field, beautiful Las Vegas, very windy. Get your wiffle ball and kites out.
Yeah, Trench, we got bonus whiffs here tonight as we have this makeup game between the ones and the Bombers.
And look at that, the Dragon Lady. She sees Ernie out there. She's like, I'll give him some time. He's a rookie at this, as the Dragon Lady has gifted almost 1,100 subscriptions. That's an amazing, amazing feat. I truly believe that we should have a Dragon Lady Day, a Dragon Lady flag, and a Dragon Lady bobblehead.
Yeah, most definitely, Trench. And you know what? When you gift that many subs, you might just find yourself with a personalized Legends jersey, as Brad Ogden, manager of the Legends, went ahead and gave Dragon Lady her own Legends
Signed
jersey.
by all, right?
Signed by all, yes.
And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've had some sub in my life, but it's Max deposits a home run for a 3-run shot to cut the lead to 7-5 as Mama Fernandez out there on the container gives a little clap right there as Trevor Bauer comes across, and that might wake up the Dragon Lady. But as I was saying, I've had some great sub out there, but nobody gives better sub than the Dragon Lady.
Nobody.
Here's Big Al. He put a little Joao in that one.
That's going to bring out Pops Big Al Fernandez to the plate.
And there she is, checking that chat. Loves to see her boys producing runs, production. I saw a crazy picture. I wonder if Cody could send it in to our graphics guy, maybe the next time he plays. A picture of when him and his mom, I don't know how many years ago, 30 years ago, fly ball. Should be easy for AK right there. Bad defense.
Communication there between Dobbins and AK.
Wiffle ball gods come alive, and you could see Chen not happy with his defense out there. But there was a wiffle ball on the floor next to him, and he didn't even know it till he was like, "Whoa, dude!" He like just noticed it right now. It was incredible. The dude's been playing. He must have been playing wiffle ball since he's a kid.
Yeah, Trench definitely probably was, as most of the guys out here are. And I got to say, I tell you this every time we take the field. We're under the lights here at PLW. When you look back at all the times in life, who would have thought that we would have this great production as we see AK turn 2 there and make quick work of the Bombers to end the inning.
Man, he makes it look smooth, and he has that like submarine left to right action. So watch this throw.
Yeah, he finds a way to get it done in the wind.
Makes
as that
it happen.
Throw from second a little longer than from home.
And who doesn't get to see the throw from center to home is TikTok once again.
Doesn't.
Get him over here, Ethan.
Yeah, TikTok, you're going to want to tune in here to Game 3 as we got a lot of fireworks going on moving into the top of the third.
Ooh, you okay?
7-5 game. You're going to see instant replays.
Zoom ins. You get to see all the graphics, hang out on the Twitch channel, talk with all these people that have been here since season 1. We even had a season 0.
Catch the PLW hotties.
Of course. There's one on the container right now. The beautiful Caro out there. She's given on-field interviews. She's been in the dugouts. She's been in the dungeon. She gives good sub, too. Both her and the Dragon Lady.
As we see Ryan Chen step into the box, swinging a miss there, 0-2 count.
Was that like a pageant wave that she gave? Is she Miss PLW 2022?
As supportive as Caro is with all the subs and all the interactions out here in the league, I got to say we might have to give her the title of Miss PLW.
And bang, Kingpin once again. How many subs has he given out? Good. And look at Alex is dealing quietly. And as all of a sudden, the momentum, I believe, has gone back to the Bombers a tiny bit.
Yeah, it definitely has. If they're able to get out of this inning with a 7-5 lead, they are in great shape the way that they're hitting this series.
Oh, bobble by Mateo. Is he going to have enough time?
No, he's going to turf it, Trench. And that's going to put a runner on first base with one out here in the top of the third for the ones.
Yeah, kind of a bobble by Max, then one by Mateo from one brother to another. See if Spencer Barrick could take care of business as Alex turfs that one.
Barrick going to foul that one off. Barrick kind of on a hot streak right now. Mr. Clutch. Been putting some balls out of the ballpark here in some very close, tight moments for his team as you see him go down on strikes there, not able to come through in the top of the third. Bringing Scottez Dobbins up to the plate.
Yeah, he barely missed a home run his last at-bat. The ones would love a sweep. The Bombers, of course, would want to grab one. As the count's going to go to 2-1. Now 3-1.
Yeah, the count's 3-1. Fernandez cannot afford a walk here this early in the game as he is one of the final pitchers for the Bombers.
Oh, and he gets iced on that 3-1 pitch.
That was the one Dobbins was looking for, but it froze him. See the red light all the way, but not that one as he goes bye-bye. Wiffle ball over the palm trees. 2-run shot. Scottez Dobbins one's up 9-5.
And Alex Fernandez is furious right now as he went about 3 feet over the strike zone right there. And he's like, why did he even swing at that? And I guess that's exactly why. As Dobbs, that'll be a highlight reel coming up real soon tonight as he loves posting his highlights of the ones.
Yeah, Trench, I said it early on. If you leave the ball up, it's going to get put out of the park, and Dobbins proves it there.
Yeah, and even Dobbs is saying, yo, that's my wheelhouse.
It's going to bring Tyler Applezoller up to the plate. Saw him go yard earlier tonight.
Yeah, I love seeing that, especially when players don't get too much time and they do some big things as he... Ooh, that came in at 56. 2 outs here, the ones. This is the kind of inning they needed as they were losing just a tiny bit of momentum. And you could see the ones rooting for their boy, Tyler. Another turf ball by Fernandez. And you definitely don't want to walk Tyler right here. Otherwise, Jay Spur's going to be up. Good pitch. Max diving play to snag that one for out number 3. But the damage has been done by the ones. The Bombers are going to have to counter right here. Real quick, Ethan, I want to give it up to all of the stream team, our Skycam operators. We got Brad Ogden on the clock over here next to us. Kyle Lohman, the new Night Owl first base umpire. Tom, Dr. Winkley Gannon over there on third. There's Brad right there hanging out with Chris Coleman. And then we got the guys in the dungeon making sure all our graphics and all our angles are up to speed, doing what we do. Kyle Etter, Logan Christie, both big matchups this week. And, of course, Kirby Bucket out there doing work on the infield. And then, you know what? We got to praise ourselves, and here's why, Ethan. Look at that clock. 3 hours of non-stop talking. It takes a lot of energy to do this stuff. And last season, we used to play 2 series a night. Sometimes we'd be talking for 6 hours straight.
Yeah, I remember that. We were up here on the wooden stools, no longer anymore.
Back.
We got these nice chairs
these
from
chairs,
AK Racing,
man.
saving our backs.
Thank God for the chairs. My back, you know what? I remember my back used to hurt so much when I used to play wiffle, and it had to be from those wooden stools, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, you were up here 3 nights a week on the wooden stool, 6+ hours a night.
44 degrees. I'd wear those hot pocket little things you shake up. I'd have 12 of them in my pants, my socks, my jock strap, wherever it could fit one.
As Fernandez going to flare one over to second base.
Look, Zoe saying, yeah, sometimes they'd end like at 10:30 or 11. Yeah. A lot of noise coming over on the Bomber side is Mateo. GK saying, I like those chairs. Takes a lot of people to produce this production, as you can see.
And I'm hearing some banging on a trash can over there from the Bombers dugout. I really hope we don't have an Astro situation here, Trench.
Yeah, it's I've said it. Wiffle ball could bring a grown man to its knees. Just really infuriating you with the lack of discipline you could have in the box, or you get beat by a pitch, or you're just having bad luck of wiffle ball roulette.
Mateo, big swing and a miss as he goes down swinging. It's going to be 2 outs here for the Bombers in the bottom of the third. Really need to get some runners on, chasing this 9-5 lead that the ones have occurred from all these home runs tonight. As we see the double D, dreaded dribbler to Spurrier. He's going to make quick work of that one there, Trench.
The Beaver Inspector saying, can I buy the Lightning? I guess, can we change a 20?
Maybe a 5, actually.
Roll of quarters might, or roll of nickels might do that. Man, this game's moving a little faster now. We're going to go into the bottom, or the top. Is it the 4th?
Top of the 4th, Trench. We're moving to the top of the 4th. Alex Fernandez on the mound for the Bombers. Going to have to throw strikes, as I said earlier. They really don't have much depth right now, as we've seen a lot of guys walk out early on, Trench.
Yeah.
And I'm going to expect to see the fireworks continue here from the ones bats.
What's so great is even after your team might get beat up, everybody is friends here, man. A lot of these guys hang out. They go golf. They play Frisbee golf. They're at the pools, doing what we do. Big sports buffs, watching games together, especially baseball, football, basketball, whatever it is. The community that we have here well over 100 guys, plus partners and wives and whatever else you got out there. You got Seamus, Chad's Turtles.
So see that going for a strike at 50, moving the count 2-2. Spurrier looking to lead things off here.
Oh, man. You know, the Beavers saying I'd pay 20 Canadian, but not American.
So what's that, about $14, $16?
That's a smart move. Jay Spur with a cut. Good off speed by AF right there. Full count here. Top of the fourth. One's on top, 9-5. Jay Spur right to Lonnell. Simmons, easy play for him. That was a good cut by Jay Spur, though, as AK-47 looks like he's going to come up from the left side for the first time tonight, as he's one of the few switch hitters here in PLW. Him, Cody Runnels, Josh Towers. Who else is there that you can think of?
I think you named him.
There's got to be one more.
Scouts takes a hack at that one.
Could you imagine being a switch hitter? Like, both sides of your body have to have the same muscle memory. Like, how does that happen? Like, you know? Like, imagine swinging left-handed up there. Like, how just silly you'd look.
Yeah, I think there's that awkward wall you got to get over, and if you put the work in, you can be able to do it as Couts flares that one out to shortstop. Bombers making easy work of that. Going to bring Ryan Chen up to the plate, who right now is on pace to tie that home run record.
Yeah, needs, what, two more?
Two more, yeah.
That's his own home run record.
His own home run record,
with Buck Burner.
With Buck Burner,
Share the home run. I thought Hicks might have had a chance last night as he was on fire.
Just going to watch that in for ball two. 2-1 count, 2 outs.
It's amazing how things come in spurts. Like, there was a perfect game, and then, like, a week and a half later, there was, like, another perfect game.
Yep.
2 weeks ago, Chen sets the all-time home run lead in a series with 7. A few days ago, Buck Burner ties it. It was just incredible stuff going on.
Yeah, I will say, Trench, with this season, the statistics and the fireworks that have been going on along with that book have been out of this world. Yeah. Just being able to really see what's going on and happening in this league. From a day-to-day standpoint, there you go. There's 6. There's number 6.
Yeah, he laid
Bye-bye, wiffle ball.
You know, I was just talking to Tanik earlier as PLW fan locks up 10 subs to people. I wonder how many home runs have come on a 3-2 pitch. Listen, the last 3 weeks, because I think Chen was quiet last week against the Warbirds. I don't know if he hit a home run, did he? But if he did, like his last 3 weeks, he's hit like 13 or 15 home runs or something like that.
Yeah, he's playing out of his mind right now, Trench, and it's one guy going into the playoff stretch you do not want to face in the batter's box right now.
Is he the top guy right now after this performance?
It's pretty close. I know Ethan Abar is up there.
I mean, he definitely has the home run lead now, Ethan, because everything's going to be squared up after tonight. All the games are going to be made up. So Chen's probably going to be your home run leader, your RBI leader. He's going to be real close with Jim Dodo's and like on-base percentage and slugging and all that stuff, OPS.
Yeah, you can go ahead in the chat and put exclamation point stats if you want to check all those things out that we're talking about. As Goot swings and a miss there.
Somebody give me Ryan Chen's stats before this series and throw me some of his stats up there. Then we could kind of just take a guess at what's going on. Like, how many home runs did he have? 14 or something like that. Now he's got like 19 or 20. So he's definitely leading in home runs. He might be catching Hicks in RBIs after tonight. And then his OPS, his on-base percent, all that is right up there with the best of them, if not the best. And he's on the mound as well. Got roughed up a little bit when it was really windy. That's going to happen. It's unfortunate for his ERA and his stats as a pitcher, but you come out here, you do the best you can. Of course, you want the W's, and if he was ever in the booth, he'll tell you I come out here and I just want to hit home runs, and it shows.
Definitely, 6 home runs on the night right now, chasing that 7th.
Here we go. Chen, 413 with 18 home runs and 49 RBIs. Hicks has 51 ribbies, so he's gonna be your new home run guy, your new RBI guy.
Yeah, he's chasing that RBI lead right now. He's the possibility to do it.
No, I'm saying that was pre.
That was pre.
That was pre.
Oh yeah, so yeah, he's definitely gonna have that lead now.
Or is that now? Is that current, Tanik? I don't know if Tanik's been keeping like a box score or whatnot. And Chen had a 2.2 ERA going in. The wind, I don't like to count win games, but I mean obviously it's going to be a stat that shows. But PLW fans getting hot with trigger happy, gifting out those subscriptions. So Chen's got 24 home runs, they believe. So that was pre-series. So he's got all that locked up.
Yeah, Chen going to be chasing that batting title for sure here in the PLW right now with those stats. As you see Big Al setting for ball 1.
He's just blowing away the competition. Jay Spur making a throw easy to the backstop. So he's at 24 home runs. We said we thought there'd be like some guys hitting 30, 35 home runs.
.53. Lionel 7 steps in and takes strike 2.
And what's so great, like when people come on the chat and they're like, this guy can't pitch or this guy can't hit because they see a couple moments or whatever. All you have to do is look at their stats, and numbers don't lie, and you can see exactly how good they are here in PLW. Oof.
And that's going to get Simmons swinging there. Sit him down to end the inning for the ones. One's up 10-5 here, pushing into the top of the 5th. We might see ourselves another Mercy game here, Trench.
Look at that. The Beaver Inspector wants to send me a Beaver hat. He has his own merch line.
There we go.
Why not?
Why not?
I'll rock a Beaver hat.
Yeah, go ahead and contact somebody on our social media. Go ahead and slide the DM and get that info over.
Listen, there isn't a time in your life where you can't have enough beaver.
Never.
So why not just rep it out?
Exactly, Got a hat? Let's wear it.
They predict us to win 21 games all season. We have 21 wins now.
Look at that. Brad Ogden saying preseason power rankings and stats had the Legends only winning 21 games all season. We're at 21 right now. As Big Bird comes in.
Yeah, Bird has had a quiet night. He's going to look to change that right now as he goes right up the middle. But, yep, that's going to fall in for a base hit. Lionel Simmons doing a good job to keep that from hitting the wall. And that's going to start things off here for the ones in the top of the 5th. And that's going to hit the bat on the check swing. Dobbins not happy about that, moving the count 0-2.
Dobbs to the right side. Bauer goes there.
They are going to get the 1 as that's going to be under 5 seconds.
Wow, what a play. Sliding. Stop by Bauer. Over to Alex, to his brother Max, in time. 4-5-7. It's Tyler up to bat one more time. And if they could roll over this lineup, you're going to see AK, Chen, Goots, all the guys. And Spur, laser beam to the left side. Going to move Dobbs to second as Jay Spur is up to bat, 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Apperzoller got a hold of that one. He sat back on it and put it through the 5-6 hole. Good piece of hitting here by him.
And the only way that you're not, let's see, I think you're going to see Chen no matter what. I believe you're going to see Chen come up no matter what. A Spur, left side, unless it's a double play. And that's a bad throw, and it's an error throw, and that's going to score Dobbs from second, I believe.
Yeah, that was an easy situation. The Bombers should have went 3-2 there, but they elected to go to second base with it and attempt the throw. That proved to be wrong as Trevor Bauer throws that one out of play, and that's going to score Dobbins on the error.
So that's going to be 2 outs now. It's just 1 out or 2 out?
There's going to be 2 outs now.
Yeah. Oh, man. AK barely misses that one.
As he saw on the camera, there's some pieces of the tree falling down after he fouls that one into the pine trees here on the side of Hideaway.
Good pitch by AF taking care of AK. And we're going to go into the bottom of the 5th, and you're definitely going to see Ryan Chen try to tie his own mark with Buck Burner. Could you imagine if he hit 7 again?
It's definitely possible, Trench.
Yeah, we're going to go into the bottom of the 5th. The Bombers only, I mean, it's a big number, 6, but the way it's playing tonight, it is attainable, if not take the lead. And they're talking about which pitcher they'd like to go to. I want to do a poll right now. Who's going to be watching all next week as we're making a run towards the playoff? Are you watching Monday through Friday? 1 day a week? 2 days a week? 3? Give me a poll down there, Logan. I bet there's going to be a ton of people watching all week as each matchup is monstrous. Sandvipers, Bombers, Legends, Vaders, Warbirds, Owls, Lightning, Snappers, Ones, Cajuns. All those matchups mean something for everyone. Even in the Lightning in last place, even though that doesn't mean anything for them other than pride if they could do something with Sparkles, the Snappers know they're trying to make a playoff push, and they need a sweep right there.
Yeah, a lot of big wiffle ball action over these next 2 weeks, Trench.
Even if you can't make it live, you can watch the reruns on YouTube.
As we see Fernandez take a ball in the dirt there from Chen. 2-2 count.
Look at Taco Joe. He says, I was in the MLB. He definitely wasn't.
Hey, you know what? If you were in the MLB, you can always drop the link.
Yeah, I mean, we had, a couple MLB guys. Don Roach on the Vipers, Josh Towers over on the Lightning, all major league players. And Towers has got a ring with the Yankees from 2000.
I'm not sure what year it was, but yeah, he definitely has
8. I don't know.
Definitely has a ring with the Yankees. A big feat by him. Just goes to show the talent that we have here in Premier League wiffle. As you see Fernandez fly out there to Llewellyn.
But you know what's so great is we've talked about it before. You could have played Major League ball or big-time ball overseas like Tanik and all these guys that big college careers. Once you get on... Oh, that's a big shot by Mateo as Llewellyn, pink shorts, gets it. There's always the equalizer because it's wiffle ball. So a couple Joe the Plumber type people could come out there and vegan vaporize you on a pitch or do whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely a different game than the game of baseball, especially at the plate. It's a lot more of a challenge for pitchers who are used to seeing the ball come in, or not pitchers, but batters that are used to seeing the ball come in, right in the zone. And where here with the wiffle ball, the ball could start at your head and end up still in that strike zone for a strike. So a lot of adapting and getting used to coming over from the baseball field. As Trevor Bauer steps in the box, 3-1 count to him. He's going to swing at ball 4, pushing it full. Full count here, 2 outs. Another foul ball. Bauer is battling here against Chen.
I just took a quick look at the Beaver Inspector's merch line with some of his beaver wear, and I can't wait to get a hat from the Beaver Inspector. It looks cool. Trevor Bauer to the right side goes after Little Batty Bakery right there, but that's going to be a clean double as the Bombers have a man on, 2 outs. They need something going. Chen goes up top. Nowhere near that pan. Count's going to go to 2-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, and you got to stick around as Ryan Chen is going to try to tie his own mark with Buck Burner of 7 home runs on the night. Look at that. Tavano saying, send me the link too. I'll support a fan of PLW. Maybe me and Tavano could take a picture. Max goes Skynet on that one. 2-run bomb. And I've said it before. Max has one of the best swings in PLW. He just releases hot fury on that wiffle ball.
Yeah, some much-needed runs from the Bombers right there, Trench.
You know what? Maybe me and Tavano will get a hat. Maybe we'll sign a couple balls. Send it to Old Beaver Inspector. We'll take a picture, a little selfie wearing our hats. We'll do a little collaboration of cross-promotion. That's what I'm talking about. What do you think, Mark? That's right. Major spread drama as Big Al gets in the mix. Remember, the ones were -5.5, weren't they?
They were. No, -5.5.
Yeah, that's what I said. And all of a sudden, the Bombers are closing the gap and taking the lead on that.
Chang going to make quick work of that to end the inning.
All right, Tavano's in, man. When we get those hats, we'll take a couple pictures, send it out to the Beaver, and maybe we could kind of do some Premier League wiffle shots for that. Why not? Get involved with the fans. They're involved with us all the time. The least that we could do is Mateo hops back on the mound for, oh, man, the winds are really
ripping up here, Trent.
Sheesh. Man, I remember one time I was pitching and, like, when you're a pitcher, you try to get in between those gusts sometimes because it really does affect your pitching.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we don't talk about too often is how much the wind really does affect the pitching in this league, you know.
Yeah, and if you're a side-to-side guy, Mateo's is a little bit, I am, like J-Dub is. His is a little bit more in, though. It could really affect the way it swoops in, and it could dive in early. It's not a good look for some of those horizontal guys. As they're having a little conversation right now, as they know that here you could score 5, 6, 7 runs in an inning, so if they shut them down, they have a good chance. As here you go, guys, Ryan Chen. I wonder if they had a conversation about, listen, do not pitch anything up in the zone to Chen. So if I'm Chen, I might move up in the box.
Potentially, Trench, potentially.
And I think Chen knows it. He knows that he needs to take a swing at something because they're probably not going to pitch him in his zone at all. And the winds are blowing out. A pop-up to the pitcher might go. Look at this. Look at that big tree whipping around. Wow. Oh, no, and he ties his own record with his 7th home run. An incredible feat, a historical feat. If you're at home watching right now, this guy set the mark with 7 home runs, an all-time record in PLW. Buck Burner tied it a couple nights ago, and then he just matched it. Again, he's hit 14 home runs in his last, 3 series alone. Plus a series, I don't even know if he hit 1 or 2 or 3, I don't know. But, man, he just keeps on going.
Yeah, and that's going to bring up the Chen VP chance
man.
from the ones dugout there, Trench.
I mean, when's the last time you're going to be able to get somebody in the booth that set the mark and matched his own mark? That's incredible. Of course, we'll have a poll, but man, whoever's holding that, Spencer Barrick, his arms, he's going to have some guns after holding that chain up for about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, the arms are definitely going to be sore after holding up that big ones chain as we see Goot rip one into left center field there for a base hit.
An unbelievable amount of talent coming from Ryan Chen. Yeah, I mean, he has more home runs in 2 series than, for sure, 90% of all the guys in Premier League Wiffle. But they still need a run to cover. No outs here. Can it be Bird? People are talking about Chen, no doubt, is the MVP, and Bird rips it down the left side. Right
Yeah, that's
to
going
that
to be a big, long strike there. It's going to move the count 3-2 full. Oh, and swings that ball 4 there.
The old check bunt, the chunt.
He did, technically. Technically, he laid off.
The chat's calling for come on ones. 3 more runs ends this game for them. It's going to bring Scottez Dobbins to the plate.
Nobody's there, but Trevor backs up, almost loses his footing.
That's going to do it there for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. Brings Tyler Appersloder to the plate. He's going to watch that in for ball 1. And Applezoller staying hot right now, roping that one right up the middle for a base hit. A guy you don't really see in the offense too often.
Everyone, welcome to the chat, Chepa, Mr. Sparkles himself. I don't know if he should announce that. I don't know if he should come in this chat tonight, man. It is a lively bunch. Saturday night, lots of hot cocoa going on as Mateo goes off that mound. And there he is. Like father, like son. We have a lot of fun here in Premier League Wiffle as the Bombers. Looks like they covered.
Yeah, the Bombers are definitely going to cover here. They're going to go ahead and be chasing the lead, and they're going to need to put on a show here in the bottom of the 6th to try to win this game, but I don't know if it's going to be done, but the ones are going to go ahead and switch things up on the mound, and they're going to go to Spurrier to close this thing out.
Yeah, I don't mind this. If he gets in a little bit of trouble, you could always go back to Chen or AK or Goots or Bird. What's also fascinating is how good we are making lines to the games, like making point spreads. When you watch enough wiffle ball, you just know what kind of number you need to put out there. If somebody asked you, hey, what's the spread here for game number 3, you'd probably throw something close to 5.5 out there. So it's just a testament of when you're watching so much wiffle, you kind of know what team needs a little handicap there.
Yeah, definitely, Trench. I'm going to go ahead and say that's an ode to Vegas. Being a Vegas league here, we know our sports lines pretty well.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's Alex Fernandez up to bat right now. They really, really need to get on base, whether it's singles or walks.
He's going to swing and foul that one back.
Oh.
1-2 count.
The War Chicken takes the MVP comment of the night. Read it out loud, Ethan. This bottom right here.
Chad owns a team in the league, but can't subscribe to the league production.
Ouch.
Burn.
He owns a team, basically dismantling the team, and he's not even a subscriber holder. Oh, that's not
I don't know
bad.
if Kingpin's still in the chat, but it seems like Chad might need some help on a sub.
Even the Dragon Lady might not even give him a sub.
Oh, big nasty 12-6
He might
from
not
Spurrier
drop
there.
down to that level.
Too.
And J-Move is new here. You know what, J-Move? Tune in next week. Watch all the games as Mateo goes.
Off of Llewellyn's hand. That's going to bounce over the wall for a home run. Bombers looking to chase this lead right now, cutting it down
Listen,
to 12-8.
if he was wearing any other colored shorts tonight, he would have caught that ball. As Mama Fernandez gave Llewellyn a little wink right there, and I think it threw him off balance. I think he got distracted by Mama Fernandez right there.
He just might have.
He's saying that the ball was swirling, but it actually swirled right into your hand. So what kind of argument can you possibly have?
You know, I will say this. If you, send a wink or try to talk to one of the mothers of the PLW, the wiffle ball gods will wake up and strike you down immediately. As we see TB52 going down swinging there. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. This game 3 is almost over.
The War Chicken coming up late in the chat. I love it. And the Beaver Inspector saying, I've seen better hands on a clock.
Gems, man. This chat just throws out gems.
And look at that, Chris. People are saying Chris Coleman
Could do that.
could have made that catch. Barrett said Chad traded his sub. Oh, man. This chat is... I love Saturday Whiffs, dude. All the fans come alive big time.
We haven't been here since last season, Trench, either.
Man. This should be an easy play. Llewellyn with the pink shorts.
Oh.
What?
He is gonna miss that
How was
one.
that? What's he doing? Looks like he's on like a skateboard or something. You gotta pull that dude. Get Mama Fernandez.
Even his own teammate Adam Couts can't believe the move that was just made there.
What if they come back and win it because of that? If I'm Jay Spur, I'm like, listen, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, lock it down, man. As we see the ones go into another defensive shift, we saw that work earlier as we see Adam Couts fill the 5-6 hole on the left side.
I mean, who runs in 30 feet when the wind's blowing 40 miles an hour out? Looks like he was on a banana peel. Does somebody want to win this game? No. And they do.
And they do. Ball game. Ones win.
Wow, they
12-8.
almost messed that up. And the ones bring out the broomsticks against the Bombers. And the Bombers have dropped 6 in a row, and they're going to have a test of time when they face the Sand Vipers, who are getting red hot.
Yeah, Trench, the Bombers going to have to make work of the Sand Vipers in their 2-week series there, playing them 6 times back-to-back. Well, 3 times back-to-back. And, this playoff hunt is on.
is saying Llewellyn could legitimately have his own not top 10 highlight reel like
Do we have a
this
new
game.
Do we have a new competitor with Chad?
Oh, man, nobody could top Chad.
Did Llewellyn enter the chat?
Let's get a poll up. What's it looking like?
Who to the booth? Who do we got there?
Is it going to be Chen? Is it going to be Chen? Is it going to be Chen or is it going to be Chen?
Another 7 home run night from Chen, tying his own
Man.
record.
I can't see the poll. I don't know if it's a bunch of Chens or is there somebody else, but I would think the chat would go off and pick Chen.
Yeah, we got Ryan Chen, Adam Couts,
Yeah, go get
Scott
Chen.
Tez
He is-
Dobbins.
He's taking it. Go get my boy Ryan.
Spurrier. Be right back to grab Chen for this chat.
Man, this is the second time in a row that the ones have won a series that we're going to bring up Ryan Chen. The last time I talked to him, he hit 7 home runs. This time when I talked to him, another 7 home run night. Good series by the ones. They were in a battle in game number 1. I believe they won 15-13 in a mercy. Could have went either way right there. After that, they dominated. Excited to give him a little after-game interview. Make sure you tune in next week. Sand Vipers versus these Bombers Monday night in a humongous matchup. Tell your whole family about that. You can see that Because you're a PLW hottie right there, repping out our brand. Big time matchups all next week. It's really going to determine who's going to the playoffs and who's not. And you could see some Roosters that were at Hideaway Field earlier today. Ryan Chen in the booth right now. Let's get that headset on. Ryan Chen, everyone. Listen,
What's up, guys?
Last time I had you in the commentating booth, you set the all-time PLW record with 7 home runs. You matched it tonight. Of course, Buck Burner tied it with 7 the other night.
Against us, yeah.
And then you match it tonight. What's going on out there, man? You were just seeing the ball so well. Of course, the wind's helping just a tiny bit, but each home run that you've hit, I don't even know if they're wind-aided. It's just going even further.
And I'd be the first to tell you if I hit a wind-aided home run. I didn't hit one tonight.
Yeah.
I absolutely smoked all of them tonight. You know, tonight, I got to tip my hat to Couch. He went out there and got some zeros for us. They get Holly. If they have Holly in their lineup, that first game we might not get to 15 first. As you can see, it's extremely hard to throw wiffle ball when it's this windy.
Yeah, in game number 1, you guys were going back and forth, back and forth. It looked like it could have went either way. You guys kind of just had the last bats to come alive pretty big when that game 15-13. And then from there, I think you guys just – I was talking about you, Couts, and Goots were kind of coming alive at the same time, and then sprinkles of Jay Spur, Barrick, and the rest of the guys kind of really cemented your guys' series win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, everyone comes out here to hit. Today we got this wind that's blowing out 20 miles an hour. You're going to see a lot of home runs. You're going to see a lot of elongated games. You got to stay focused. You got to come in here and just want it more, honestly.
Yeah, you guys are looking ahead. You're going to have 2 weeks in a row of the Cajuns. The Cajuns just got swept by the Vipers. This is kind of the final push going in towards the playoffs. There's a lot of chatter coming from the Vaders saying it's their year this year, that they're just, they feel like it's their chip. But tell me about your feelings towards going towards a championship this year.
We feel comfortable with our depth. We feel comfortable going head-to-head with any team. Last time I matched up with the Vaders, it was a great series, but we managed to pull it out. And, I think coming down to it, everybody's going to anticipate the ones playing the Vaders coming down to the absolute wire to it. But to be honest with you, I look forward to playing the Vaders more than anybody out here. So
yeah, that's always a big-time matchup. I feel that there's a little bit of a tension between you guys and the Vaders. It's friendly. It gets intense. I would love to see that matchup. Of course, me as a legend and some of the other players want to get to that championship as well. Is there something that you think could go awry in your ones camp that might deter you guys from a chip?
The fall of pitching, as you saw when we played the Warbirds, we just didn't pitch. We couldn't find anything. I mean, all of us, we just couldn't feel it. It was a terrible day for us, and we cannot afford those coming down the pipe, especially in the playoffs. When you get in there, your pitching's got to go for you. And like you saw tonight, when it's a windy night, everyone can hit. You need pitching. You need to be able to go lock it down, make some defensive plays, and I feel like we did that tonight. So going forward into the playoffs, I'm comfortable.
You hear it from him first, everyone. Ryan Chen's feeling comfortable, getting in form for championship weeks coming up. We're getting into playoff form. Ryan, go celebrate with your team, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Make sure you check out their ones, Instagram, Facebook, everything they got going on. They have a lively social network. Ryan Chen, man, just an absolute animal right now in the PLW, probably making his case for being MVP. He did get roughed up a tiny bit on the mound. For me, doesn't mean so much with winds blowing out. I would take that in consideration. Of course, the numbers will be there, but we all know that when the wind's blowing out, a lot more runs are going to be scored. So make sure you check out the ones for sure. I don't know if Ethan's coming back, but next week, starting Monday, which is only a day layoff because we had extra bonus whiffs Saturday night. It's going to start with the Sand Vipers and the Bombers. I'm Trench Pacone. We'll see you on Monday night.